Coming from the bridge, Kuwait, do or die shit.
Yo, my gun burn like acid. Your flesh chastised, little worm-ass maggot nigga thinking he more fly. Gaddafi lines is justifiable. Homicide, green paper, demonic faces. Money haunts me. I don't talk much when it's beef. I'm just a known creep. Nocturnal scope in the desert, cover the whole beak. So when I spit black talent, you hear my bird speak. Only bird your bird ass see is when you type a tweet. Mock day, grand padre, machete your teeth. Casually, I pull out blade and wipe it on your cheek. Tiffany green Air Maxes, 9.5 classics. Mockty, Frank Matthews, crime praying mantis. Lay on the track like I swallowed 1,000 Xanaxes. And you should never ask questions if you don't want the answers.
Gaddafi, 252, across the planet. Across the planet. Gaddafi, 252, across the planet. LIC, that old fly shit. Gaddafi, 252, across the planet. Across the planet. Gaddafi, 252, across the planet. Told me everything that you said, little bastard.
Tarzan animal sounds over the loudspeaker. Attica demon, CO named preacher. We the gorillas, you more timid, Wiz Khalifa. A'udhu billahi min shaitanir rajim. Info on the barrel, the bullets follow the beam. Now your grave is a pavement, swallowing your dreams. 33rd and 1/3 of me, all you see is G. Hang rappers from rosary beads, slowly he deceased. Dick blower, I'm Champola with pistola. Battery back holder, mock the energy of solar. Cleopatra, Caesar, Solomon and Sheba. Behind every king's fall is a foul diva. Ice on my neck, chest feeling like a freezer. Heavy, leaving me leaning like the Tower of Pisa. Say less, Gaddafi beast. Raw meat, pull up, bitch, hop in the front. She in the wrong seat. Bet I make sure ass in the floor me. Get the 440 your back like you Reggie Jack. More than that, 44 caliber killer over track. Golden era terrorized rap, and that's a Snapple fact. Red top shotgun shells are still with mega crack.
Gaddafi, 252, across the planet. Across the planet. Gaddafi, 252, across the planet. LIC, that old fly shit. Gaddafi, 252, across the planet. Across the planet. Gaddafi, 252, across the planet. Told me everything that you said, little bastard. Little bastard.
Of doing things that clearly are, to be kind, inappropriate, and illegal.
Once a leader at the Las Vegas Metro Police Department today.
Things that clearly
kind inappropriate. What the hell?
No, he's saying like let me be kind in how I'm gonna phrase this. He's saying like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, so and it's really weird. Like, obviously this dude's like brown and he's wearing a fucking yarmulke, and then when you see what this dude supposedly did, and then you see what the sentence was, you're like, what the fuck is going on? It's pretty.
And the judge is named Israel.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's really weird. This news story is like one of the weirdest news stories I've ever seen in my life.
For phony arrest, pornography. Interesting.
Yeah, it's actually much worse than that too.
To be kind, inappropriate, and illegal.
Once a leader at the Las Vegas Metro Police Department today, though, a disgraced sergeant taken away in handcuffs.
Former Sergeant Kenan Menon learning his fate after a contentious court battle involving child sex abuse material, unlawful arrests, and more. We thank you for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm David Charnes.
I'm Denise Valdez, the 8 News Now investigation.
So that Mexican Jewish dude is a police officer?
Yeah, he was a sergeant in like the plain clothes undercover cops in Las Vegas, and they're saying that he like falsely arrested like a bunch of black people and planted drugs on them and stole drugs from them, and also had like CP on his computer and was like dealing it or something. So it's just a really weird case. And then this dude's in here wearing a fucking yarmulke with the Star of David on it and stuff. So that's
the
like
guy that did every single thing possibly wrong that they ever have blackmailed anybody for. Like they threw it all at him. He's like, yeah, you
basically, yeah.
like you're a rapist. You abuse people. You have child pornography. Like what else can we think of here? And you're Jewish, which is bad today. So
Right. So, yeah, it's a really weird. It gets weirder. Trust me. Like the case, like this whole news story is just the way it's framed is like bizarre. So it's yeah.
Investigators first to report from Menin's sentencing today, and Vanessa Murphy was there and has much more on the pretty unusual moments that unfolded.
Kevin Menin, once a decorated Metro Police sergeant, now heading to prison for 4 to 10 years for illegal arrests on the Las Vegas Strip and child sex crimes. His criminal.
Yeah, she's got that classic like nasally, tone.
It's like a 1991 news story voice or something.
And is this yet another Jewish person?
Like Botox. I think when these women Botox that much, I think it makes their nose super nasally. Her nose is really crooked too. You notice that? Like how it's
and then Murphy.
Yeah.
It's like she got a nose job, and
but they messed it up because they made one nostril bigger than the other one. I can't not see that now. Like the right nostril is like a good half size larger than the other one.
She could be a reptile people.
Cases have had many twists and turns. Menin claiming his fellow officers set him up. Menin saying he's accepting responsibility through a plea deal, but not admitting to committing the crimes in court. And 2 women identified as victims insisting they are not victims.
I take responsibility for these allegations. For any harm I've done, I beg for forgiveness.
Disgraced Las Vegas Metro Police Sergeant Kevin Menin breaks his silence moments before being taken away in handcuffs Monday. His wife and sister-in-law in tears.
This experience has been a deeply personal living nightmare.
What the hell? This is his wife? Oh no, wait, this is his sister-in-law. Yeah. So he's married to a black lady. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why that's so weird, but it just seems really out of place in the story.
His wife and sister-in-law in tears.
This experience has been a deeply personal living nightmare. I am not a victim of my husband. I am a victim of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
In his most recent case, Metro Police say Menin installed cameras in his private bathroom to watch both women use the restroom. That's after his electronic devices like his laptops were taken away. For his second case, police say they found numerous images of child sexual abuse material. And it all started with the first case, where he's accused of leading a team of officers on the Las Vegas Strip, creating fake scenarios to target mainly black men and
Yeah, I mean, is there a possibility that this guy was set up by the police department while he was trying to arrest people who are actually committing the crimes? I don't know, man. I mean,
arrest them. Prosecutors say Menin abused his power even against a fellow officer he shoved. Menin claiming he tried to report racism within the department and was retaliated against. Clark County District Court Judge Ron Israel says the evidence shows otherwise, also expressing frustration with Menin's lack of remorse and disgust at the images detectives found.
It creates a product that causes, in this case, people in Russia to take horrific advantage of children.
Metro telling the 8 News Now investigators Menin separated from the department in...
Wait, hold on. I got to go back and... What?
Yeah, the way they phrase everything, like you can tell the way they're phrasing it is very carefully confusing. You know what I mean?
Because like, did I miss like the Russia connection, or did they just come out with that?
Yeah. So he's so I think what they're saying is like basically like he had porn from Russia and saying by you having it, you're like facilitating a, like paying for them to do this in Russia or something like that. It's really weird. And again, the fact that he's Jewish wearing this thing on his head, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, and the way that the judge is being like very careful with his wording. I don't know. It's very, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know exactly what's going on, but it's just really weird. If you really listen to like the language they use in this whole video is like, it sounds like some like news speak or something. I don't know.
Officers on the Las Vegas Strip creating fake scenarios to target mainly Black.
I also noticed that he's targeting mainly Black communities, and his wife is Black too. It's
Yeah,
kinda
that's what I
weird.
mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like,
That's also really strange aspect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I really hate Black people. Oh, by the way, I'm married to
Black men and arrest them. Prosecutors say Menon abused his power even against a fellow officer he shoved. Menon claiming he tried to report racism within the department and was retaliated against. Clark County District Court Judge Ron Israel says the evidence shows otherwise, also expressing frustration with Menon's lack of remorse and disgust at the images detectives found.
It creates a product.
Yeah, there are white people who are named that. You know, we used to have neighbors that were named that, Israel, and they're just normal white people, right? So I don't know, man. You know, so
I've never heard it before, for sure. But as a last name, I've heard it as a first name, never as a last name.
yeah, I've heard it before, for sure. But yeah.
Product that causes, in this case, people in Russia to take horrific advantage of children.
Metro telling the 8 News Now investigators Menon separated from the department in June. Monday marks the conclusion of 3 contentious court battles. We spoke with attorneys from both sides.
This was a very difficult case to negotiate. It made no sense to negotiate just one of the 3 cases. We wanted a global resolution.
Are 4 to 10 years enough?
I was trying to strike a balance.
Wait, hold on. I missed the Russia thing
level,
again.
I think
detectives found.
They don't explain it. They don't explain it explicitly.
Causes, in this case, people in Russia to take horrific advantage of children.
Like, what the fuck?
It creates a product that causes, there should be a comma there. In this case, comma, people in Russia, comma, to take horrific advantage of children. So you see what I mean? Like, it's like there's like 4 commas in this fucking sentence. So it's like, it's very bizarre, or there should be 4 commas. It's like a very bizarre, because he's reading from a paper, so he's obviously pre-written this out. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, it's just kind of a really strange like way to frame what's being said here. Because it's like he's like, yeah.
After this one, there's something I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on. I put a link to in the chat. I mean, have you guys heard about the fact they might overturn gay marriage this week?
I've heard about that they're asked to review some case, or I didn't look into the details.
But if they vote the way, I mean, like the way that the court is looking right now, it looks like it could be a 6-3 against gay marriage. So I think honestly would be one of the biggest mistakes Republicans could make. But I just thought that was worth looking into. Anyway, go on back to the video.
Metro telling the 8 News Now investigators Menon separated from the department in June. Monday marks the conclusion of 3 contentious court battles. We spoke with attorneys from both sides.
This was a very difficult case to negotiate. It made no sense to negotiate just one of the 3 cases. We wanted a global resolution.
Are 4 to 10 years enough?
I was trying to.
That's another part. He said we wanted a global resolution. And then before, the judge had mentioned Russia. So I'm just wondering, like, whoa, dude, is this like some kind of international crime like case, or like what the fuck is really going on here?
Strike a balance. On one level, I think some people could look at it and go, no, that's not enough, right? And that's a fair criticism. But at the end of the day, when I've ensured that he has pled to every single type of crime he committed in all 3 of his cases, and he's stipulated to prison time, he is becoming a registered sex offender, which he'll never be able to shed. He'll wear that label for the rest of his life.
Menon would likely be a target in prison for 1, being a police officer, for 2, identified as a child sex predator. His attorney is making an effort to get him moved to a prison outside of Nevada. Reporting in downtown Las Vegas, Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
As we've reported, Menon previously made an effort to have that same judge removed from his cases, overseeing those cases. The chief judge, though, reviewed that request and kept him in place.
See, that's a weird comment at the end too. He was reviewed, and then they decided to keep him on the case or something. Pretty weird.
I don't know. They're I don't know much about that case, but I mean, I will say I lived in Las Vegas for like 7 years, and the cops there that I encountered varied pretty wildly. I encountered some cops there that were honestly some of the most honest cops I ever met, and I also encountered some that were literally the most terrifying people I've ever met. That were like, that literally were just like all about like, yeah, I just want to like, fuck people's lives up kind of shit. So like, there are definitely people in like cops in Las Vegas that could be that bad, but it does kind of seem like, it seems like that guy's like case seems weird. But then again, we have found that like in real life, like the things have been proven, a lot of the people that you least expect, tend to be this kind of people. So, and I mean, it doesn't sound like he was doing it for personal use. It sounded like he was maybe running something, if it's true. Which, by the way, I mean, I don't put that on the entire, Jewish community or anything like that. I mean, or all the cops. I'm just saying, that one guy could just be like a really fucked off person. He might not be. Maybe he's perfectly innocent, but there's really no way for us to tell from one news story. So.
Well, what's telling is that he only got 4 years, or 4 to 10, which just seems pretty low. So.
Yeah, unless he mysteriously dies in the first year. So.
Yeah, you might get a something like my picture here going on.
I'm just saying, sometimes people just get like a short sentence, but then it's an even shorter sentence because they leave in a body bag, or they leave in a body bag but then aren't really dead, like Epstein probably is. So. I mean, because if you think about that theory, the idea that Epstein was alive and was snuck out of the jail, doesn't that make the whole the reason they can't really talk about the Epstein thing, like the reason that it makes that whole thing make a lot more sense, doesn't it? That he's still basically an active asset out there.
Well, he does seem to have one hell of an insurance policy. Like, if anything happens to me, you know what I mean? Like,
there is no way in hell someone like Jeffrey Epstein did not have a dead man switch. Did not have some kind of backup thing where that, okay, if anything happens to me, all of this information gets sent to like Fox and and WAPO and New York Times, and like it just gets sent to everybody, and like just a cache of everything, to all these, or to WikiLeaks or whatever, people that will actually disseminate it. I mean, like, there's just no way that guy isn't going to have an insurance policy like that. And so when you have that kind of thing against them, like, they're like, well, we can't just like let you out. We can't just so, but we can put a whole lot of like jumpsuits in your room for no reason. We just put like a pile, like just a shitload of jumpsuits in there, and we'll just say like you hung yourself with them, Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you see all the jumpsuits that were in his cell, and it's like what? Like, how would you even get that many? Like, do they just give those out to people? Like,
they could be Russian jumpsuits for
Why would they Russian jumpsuits in the New York jail?
Because that's where the Russian gangsters go. What is this thing on here? Jaden McNeil put out the most canceled man doc live for years until he got his money back, claiming it was stolen to grift. No refunds. I don't understand.
I'll be right back. I have to go get milk for the kid.
It says that the bank unfroze his assets, but he claimed that his money was still frozen so that he could grift. This is Nick Fuentes, and he's got the document there to prove it.
See what's weird is, and I see Owen Benjamin retweeted it. But see what's weird about that is like, how would you get that document? And if you're leaking people's personal information, what guarantees would you have that
Well, this
something
says
wouldn't happen to you or something?
this says here that Nick Fuentes posted it himself.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
that's weird.
yeah, but this is the document saying that his bank froze the stuff. But
Oh, I
it's
see.
also saying that he lied about how long it was frozen for. But yeah.
Interesting.
And then what is this?
I think the meme phrase of Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself is one of those brilliant memes ever, because so many people are like, yeah, totally don't think that, but it is true. It's just that he's not dead.
I can't find the post from earlier. Is this the one? Oh yeah, this is the one. Huh?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no pressure to watch all of
Here's
it.
a full montage of Nick Fuentes over the years.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
going
just
to make a claim.
I think the
I'm gonna
clips that he shows are the most interesting part of it.
I mean, we're on the alternative channel, so it is what it is. I mean, not really too afraid of it. There's 6 people watching now, so somehow people have gathered here. So yeah, but yeah. Let me see. I don't know why my background is gone. Okay, there's one. All right.
He's at best dog whistling and getting support from pedophiles, and at worst, a pedophile. I can also show you how he got his listeners to get arrested at January 6th and then took the coward's way out. And at the end, I'm going to theorize who's funding him and why. And I'll give a little commentary at the end, but let's get right.
So one of the reasons why this is immediately interesting is the entire, obviously from our angle or whatever that we experienced, right, was the little Jim Bob little thing that they had, right? So there, he was already making inroads and trying to like go against people that are like espousing at least some of the type of rhetoric that Fuentes also espouses. Did you remember all the times that they were connecting Owen Benjamin with Islam?
Yeah, I mean, Owen did major streams about how like Islam is more based and blah 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 blah. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that he basically gave them more than enough ammunition to do that. But he also did like stuff for Christianity, against Christianity, for Judaism, against Judaism, for Islam, against Islam. So I mean, he just to paint him one way or the other is like very. I mean, I'm not going to say it's dishonest, but it's really hard to do unless you're looking at it from like a more esoteric angle, like we have. You know, like Owen Benjamin's not really easy to like pin down on like what he actually is promoting. I mean, you know, like you can't just say about like, oh, he's promoting Islam. I mean, I think that's dishonest. You know?
Yeah, another interesting thing is that there's a lot of attacks going on Nick Fuentes now. So is he following the script? I mean, because it's like Candace Owens and all these people, right? So it's pretty
probably a planned thing. He's probably in on it too. He probably like, I mean, look at all the stuff that happens in the media constantly. There's always like this one guy that will like be like against Trump, but all of a sudden he'll rule for Trump, right? I'm just using an example. You know, he'll do a ruling that's really for Trump, and then everybody's like, well, he has been really anti-Trump in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like they create these like characters that are like really like anti this one thing, and like everyone villainizes them until they do something that's like really on their side. They're like, well, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like they give them the redemption arcs all the time. It's the way they build trust in these people. I think it's I mean, it's what I would do if I was a Machiavellian, like, you know, trying a puppet master type thing. It's the way I would run it. And I'm pretty sure I'd be good at it too. I don't want to be that person, but if I was that kind of person, I'd be good at it. It's that 5D chess kind of shit, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Get into it.
You are a gay man who exclusively surrounds himself with other young gay men, many of whom are openly pedophiles.
Based?
Jack sent $5.
And
Remember
that's
a super chatter with
based.
the name White.
I hear a lot that I don't get the joke, or that he's just joking and I don't get it and I'm misrepresenting him. So that's just a start.
Yeah, so a lot of this is pretty clickbaity. It's just kind of like he shows a lot of clips of him saying in a joking fashion that he supports this stuff, and then later he gives a little bit of evidence connecting with the Ali Alexander and all this type of stuff. But there's even greater connections, right? Like the different connections with Laura Loomer, right? His connections with Destiny and other people who promote different things, right? So I mean, it's pretty obvious that he's in line with the leftists or people who are running ops and all this type of stuff, right? So yeah, so I don't know why it isn't more obvious to people. But yeah.
All right. It's constant support of pedophilia. Now let's start off with a pledge that he got his listeners to take. And before you say it's just a joke, there's something that happens when you hold up your hand and you take a pledge. And if it was just an isolated incident and not all the rest I'm about to show you, I mean, maybe it's a joke, but just wait.
That
Yeah,
you
Mark.
took the pledge. You took the loyalty pledge. I will kill, rape, and die for Nick Fuentes. Raise
Okay.
your right hand.
You're
All
back
right,
in.
everybody, raise your right hand. Raise your
Yeah,
right
for sure.
hand. Repeat after me. I will kill, rape, and die for Nicholas J. Fuentes.
Okay, getting young guys to take a pledge to rape, murder, and kill, sketchy. You can't do it sarcastically. This next one, he appears to be inebriated, but now he's talking more about what he demands from his listeners, and he wants to dox hillbillies. For those of you that don't know, hillbillies are rural white Americans. And I know for a fact he actually does this and attacks people. So it's not a joke, it's not sarcasm, because it's actually true.
As long as they are soldiers, look, I don't care how gay they are. As long as they're my loyal cult members that give me money and dox hillbillies when I give the command.
So I know some people are so sick of the establishment and the lies and the mainstream media that they're like, come on, don't perfect.
So that is an interesting optic there, right? So you would think his constituent base is all these conservative hillbilly types, but they're not, right? His actual constituent is, you know, some type of, you know, educated boomer class, right? And they're sort of quasi-liberal, right? So he's pointing out that if some of them have gay tendencies, right, it's okay as long as he can weaponize them against the hillbillies that will naturally find him as one of those educated liberal types and want to basically attack him, go after him, right? So his main opposition is other conservatives, right? So that's pretty telling, right? Just in his own statement, it's pretty telling.
Perfect is the enemy of good. He's a Christian. Well, in this next clip, he's going to talk about he's sexualizing Mary and again, pushing pedophilia.
When the Holy Spirit selected Mary, did the Holy Spirit go, let's look for a mature woman that I have something in common with? Did a person of the Trinity go around and say, I need to find one of those mature women that is smart and has common interests and things in common with me? Or did the Holy Spirit go and say, I need to? How old was the Virgin Mary? I think she was like, well, she wasn't 18. I'll say that much. Certainly wasn't 18. You know what I expect? A fertile womb. A fertile womb and a sort of innocent, childlike spirit. All these people in the chat, dude, just stop. Shut up. Shut up. If you're, I'm banning people. If you're telling me to stop, you're gone. Bye. Fuck you. I'm out here free thinking, okay? And if I've got weird sexual interests, and if I'm talking about, if I'm dropping these red pills on you, you're gonna.
Well, that was pretty clear. And that was pretty undeniable right there, right? He's either promoting it outright, or yeah, and he is sexualizing the notion of the Trinity, right? Because it's pretty clear that Mary was a descendant of David, and she was actually chosen by God. Right, so this had nothing to do with her being a fertile young woman or whatever he's alluding to, right? So yeah, that actually could be pretty blasphemous. Seen as pretty blasphemous, right? Especially from a Catholic perspective, because they're supposed to revere they're supposed to actually revere Mary. I mean, not just revere, but in a sense, they could pray through Mary or something like that. I don't know, but they offer prayers to Mary. So I don't know.
Shut up and stop, dude. Just stop. Why? What am I scaring the hoes? Good. Fuck them hoes. Okay. Okay. You want to go to the correct opinion show? Go watch TV.
My wife asked me to pick up like a water bottle or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, I thought
And
you
you can
were
watch
talking
all the correct opinions havers tell you about how they want same-aged wives, and they want to talk about their interests, and they want to do normal, not weird things. Okay? Abundant, plenty of 30-year-old fish in the sea for you guys, okay? Because I'm in the shallow end of the pool. Because I'm in the shallow end of the pool. Looking for them hoes that can't swim. Oh, about, yeah, Destiny's wife.
Okay, if you're a Christian or a Catholic.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. He said, I'm in the shallow end of the pool looking for the hoes that can't swim. Oh, my God. He just made open PDF statements. But, yeah, it is what it is with this guy. That is actually quite despicable on many different levels. But, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty strange optics, right?
Catholic, obviously that's not appropriate. I'm not pearl clutching at all. I'm just showing you what he says. And men that are protective of children, that hate pedophiles, and mothers really can't stand Nick Fuentes. And then he pretends that it's because everyone's envious of him, jealous of him, obsessed with him. But no, it's because people have an instinct to protect little kids, like really innocent kids. All right. And so you might say that's just a joke, that you just don't get the joke. Well, this next one, he's going to go through the fantasy of what he wants out of life and where he wants to live. And again, if you think this is just a joke, a lot of pedophiles don't think this is a joke, and he got their attention and their support. And I think that's why he constantly promotes pedophilia. And I'll tell you why at the end, and I'll tell you who's funding him, in my opinion.
A
cat boy butler.
100%. That's the plan. The America First plan is we're going to, like, you know how TWP has their like place? We're going to build a compound out in the Western United States.
A kennel.
That's right. So the compound and the kennel will be next door, and we'll have cat boys everywhere. They'll be serving steaks and ice cream and warm cookies and Burger King, and we'll be playing Fortnite, and nobody will grow old. And
okay, so that was indistinguishable from a Neverland Ranch or a Jimmy Savile thing, or he wants to live on an island with little boys who never get old, which implies that they die. And if you think I'm taking this too seriously, I'm not. I'm just showing you, and it is what it is. Now you might say, but it's not real. Okay, well, here's Nick Fuentes on a date with a cat boy that poses nude online. His name's Catboy Cammy, and
What exactly
he's
he's
doing it.
is a cat boy?
Well, you're about to see.
Like, what in God's name is a cat boy? Is that like a furry or some sort of
You're about to see Catboy up close and personal.
cat boy Cammy? Okay, so visibly he's no different from a regular boy. He just has dollar store cat ears from Dollar General, I suppose. I don't know. Quite strange indeed.
This idea that's been brought
It seems pretty muscular, but yeah, interesting. A cat boy.
to the zeitgeist, right? It's to stop men from making relationships because we're dangerous when we're together.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you give your friend a hug, oh, gay.
Yeah,
Oh, you go out.
friend on the lip.
Oh, you have a shower with your friend, gay.
Belly's full. I'm energized. I'm charged up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock. Let's rock. So let's rock and roll out of here.
You might say, well, he's right wing. At least he's fighting the left. The left are a bunch of pedos. Well, here is him talking to Destiny, who is a left wing commentator. And of course, what do they talk about? How great pedophilia is.
Hang out with children. Well, they're hotter. Based. Let's fucking go. That's why we love him. That's why we love this guy.
Oh yeah, and you got Sneak and Glow, who was talking. I guess Kanye and Nick Fuentes were talking to each other about how much they like being cucked. So these guys are having some sort of sex parties, Diddy parties, and so on and so forth. Dude.
In this next clip, either he's gay, a pedophile, all the stuff that people think, or he's acting and pretending and aggressively flirting with pedophiles. Okay. Like this flirty, like just what he's doing here is extremely creepy. And this isn't comedy. Like I know, as a comedian, it's just crazy to see people use that as a cover. It's kind of like when Jews use the Holocaust as a cover, or how like healthy professionals must view the Liver King when he's promoting the thing that they do, but in such a twisted, grotesque way. And that's why I feel like it's my obligation and my duty, and it's good for the world to just, as a professional comedian, lay it out for you. And you might say, well, you're not touring very much. Yeah, I was kicked out of all the clubs and theaters because I go against pedophilia. All right. That's literally true. Because people might say, but the shocking things you say, well, quote me. All right. The world caught up to me. And looking back, you'll see that I was always a good dude. And I wasn't, getting people to pledge loyalty to rape and kill. I wasn't promoting pedophilia. In fact, I was fighting against it. And I'm not just leading you on with this thing. Wait till the end. I'll tell you how I think the pedo networks work and who's funding them and why. Where all this money is coming from.
What people calling me gay because I've never had a girlfriend. I think if anything, it makes me less gay. If anything, it makes me not gay. As opposed to less gay. Not that there's any gay, but it makes me not gay. Well, because think about it this way. A gay people do date girls all the time. And when I said on Elijah Schaefer's show, and they said, have you ever been in a romantic relationship? Have you ever had sex with a girl? And I said, no. If you name searched me on Twitter, as I always do, all these gay people are coming out and saying, I've had more girlfriends.
Here's him openly admitting that he knows Ali Alexander is a pedophile and gay, and Elijah Schaefer is gay.
that Elijah Schaefer?
Fucking faggot.
Is it? No, it's not him. I thought it was him.
He was so gay for me.
He's horrible.
A CPAC?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me buy you a drink. Let's see, maybe a minute ago. What's going on here? Him and Ali was out here. I took Owen's short. I was like, Owen, Ali's a pedo, right? And he's like, why does everybody say that? I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah,
are you serious?
How do people not know?
And he's like, oh, I work for InfoWars, so I don't really deal with that. That's some bullshit right there.
Who said what?
Owen Schroyer was giving me the bullshit. Oh, I don't really know about Ali. I just work for InfoWars. That's my job.
Oh, were you asking about like?
Well, Ali hit on me hard.
Oh.
And was like asking how tall I was, what kind of alcohol I drank. He was like, hey, if you want to come do chores for me, let me know.
Oh, bro.
So remember that Fuentes knew about Ali Alexander. For a later clip I'm going to show you, after it's revealed and exposed that Ali Alexander is one of his right-hand guys, was getting underage nudes from his male listeners. This is why I warn people about Fuentes all the time. Who is Ali Alexander? Well, according to him, he's the one who orchestrated January 6th.
I was the person who came up with the January 6th idea with Congressman Gosar, Congressman Mo Brooks, and then Congressman Andy Biggs. We four schemed up of putting maximum pressure on Congress while they were voting so that who we couldn't lobby, we could change the hearts and the minds of Republicans who were in that body hearing our loud war from outside.
And remember January 6th, we'll get back to that. So Ali Alexander, who's a high-ranking Groyper in this army, was caught. And he was, I believe he was arrested and charged with soliciting pornographic material from a minor. And everyone knew it. Nick knew it. He laughed about it. He thought it was funny. Here is Nick explaining himself.
Massive movement politically to take over the country. And that involves a great deal of associations. And sometimes they're not all good. It's as simple as that. If you have a problem with that, well, you try to build something. That's what I would say. Our countries and movements and things are going to be ground to pieces because of bad faith attacks over sexual impropriety. If we're talking about rape and murder and things like that, okay. But when we're talking about flirting, give me a fucking break. Honestly. Yeah, and I know that's not a good look. Whatever.
Flirting while sexually soliciting a minor, and he doesn't think that there's anything wrong with that. Said, "Oh, it's just flirting."
And gay at the same time, so it's like
yeah,
it's triple layer.
Yeah, and of course he's these young people. He's putting them in a position, as you previously heard, that he's going to be employing them and all this type of stuff. So it's extremely sinister type of stuff. He's probably using political funding from super PACs and different things to do that. By the way,
it's also interesting too because they mentioned Owen Schroyer, who's like one of the hosts of Alex Jones.
Right. He's playing dumb about it and acting like he doesn't know about it either. So yeah, all these guys knew about it. They were told about it in previous instances, and they still did nothing. Is what he's showing.
Yeah, and it's just so bizarre because I knew about Ali Alexander. I didn't know that him and Nick Fuentes were like that close. I just saw them on camera together. I thought they were like just activists or something. I didn't realize that they were like running an organization together. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah. And the fact that they just admitted that Jan 6 was orchestrated by Ali Alexander and like Congress people and shit, like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I remember it. Like there's other people linked into it too. Like, like I think there was some connection with oh man, I'm forgetting the name. Here, give me a second. I'll come back to me.
But that's how I feel about it, to tell you the truth. That's going to.
Oh yeah, Milo Yiannopoulos. There was some connection with him during this time.
Well,
Forget.
see, that's what's weird is Owen Benjamin is giving Milo a pass on all this too. So I don't know exactly what that's about, but yeah, it's pretty weird. And just something that's kind of random that I remember that I wanted to mention before I forget is somebody was sending me like the QAnon shaman guy, right? And apparently he's kind of like a pagan guy, and he was using like pagan Odinist kind of like imagery, right? Like he's holding the spear, he's got the horns, and there was actually a lot of these like pagan, New Age, semi-white nationalist people involved in a lot of that too, and I just think that's also kind of interesting because apparently there's like all these different pagan Odinist cults and shit like that. And a large part of the, I mean, I don't want to get into too much detail because, I mean, it's a big rabbit hole, but there's a certain section of the alt-right that was leaning heavy into that. And the more that I've kind of learned about them, they're probably a bunch of Jews, and they're some of the most quote-unquote hardcore against the Jews. So that kind of really makes you think. Like these are like, wealthy suburbanite New Yorkers, and and they're the ones kind of pushing the like most hardcore race war stuff right now. And yeah, I just thought that's kind of interesting because I don't know how close their connection is with this stuff, but it would not surprise me. So I guess the question is, why are a bunch of Jews pushing for paganism and like hating on Christianity? I don't know. Interesting.
Well, I mean, the most obvious reason would be that the Kabbalah is a form of neo-paganism, but it's just, so they see Christianity as a competing form of paganism or something like that.
It's all idol worship. So you divide, conquer, divide, conquer, divide, conquer, divide, conquer. Interesting.
You gonna see Jennifer kicking out some beats here?
All right, let me start rapping like, I don't go to J6 because I don't fuck around with the PDF files. Because I'm a Luddite, anti-technology, Uncle Teddy loving mother.
Jamin.
To be they think that's a silver bullet. Well, but this guy flirted with people who were 15. Yeah, and that's gross. That's fucking gross. I think anybody would say it's gross. It's gross because it's gay. It's gross because it goes against the age. But this is some great moral condemnation. Yeah.
Touching your nose a lot there, Fuentes. And also bear in mind the language he's using is still showing his supporters that he's cool with pedophilia. He's saying the age thing. He's just saying little phrases that lets people know that he's cool. Now, why do people say Nick Fuentes is a Fed? Well, January 6th, that's been described as a peaceful protest, wasn't really a peaceful protest. Here's Nick Fuentes organizing a mob of people to commit violent acts in public. This is what you're going to see right here is literally a crime.
Moving towards the Capitol, it appears we are taking the Capitol. Keep marching and don't relax, never relax. Break down the barriers and disregard the police. They should live in fear of the American people betrayed over and over.
And you might say he's passionate. I mean, who are you, working for the Dems, Owen? Like what?
He said, break down the barriers and disregard the police. So he's inciting people to commit crimes.
That's a very peculiar way to phrase it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he's inciting people to commit federal crimes at the Capitol. And so that's pretty glowy. And then also the whole idea of like he's sounding like he's like Abby Hoffman or something like that. So it's really kind of bizarre. And right, like this sounds like Abby Hoffman in the Forrest Gump movie or something like that. And right, so it
Yeah,
sounds like
yeah,
the new leftism.
exactly.
Honestly,
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point, actually. It's funny you mentioned the Forrest Gump movie. That movie is very much esoteric because it has like a mentally retarded guy uh, who can't walk, who learns to run, and then he becomes like this person who's a part of all these like events and like cultural things that shape American discourse. And I don't know. I think that movie is very underrated as far as like what they're really talking. Like this is kind of what they're saying about Americans. Like we just kind of like fill a role and play our role like a little golem or something. It's pretty weird.
yeah. And yeah, I think the people who made that movie don't really like America that much, for sure. Right? What the female character in that represents is very dark as well.
Jenny, yeah, exactly. And you know what's weird is the guy who made that movie made Back to the Future, another very underrated esoteric movie. We should actually review a lot of these movies because it's extremely disturbing. And Zemeckis is his name, Robert Zemeckis, and he did another movie recently with Tom Hanks and that woman as if they got married, and it all happens within like the living room of their house over the course of 40 years. So it shows them like moving in after they got married, having their kids, getting a divorce or something. I don't know, something like that. But it's basically like if uh, imagine Forrest Gump and Jenny were like normal people and they just got married and had like a normal like suburban lifestyle. And I haven't seen that movie, but I think it's probably one of those movies that's worth reviewing because it's probably like a companion piece to that movie. Because like one thing people don't know is they use a lot of the same couples from different movies. So like a lot of people don't realize that. So Leonardo DiCaprio and what's that girl's name from Kate Winslet from Titanic, right? They did another movie together like 15 years ago that was basically them very similar to this, that they got married in the 1950s and were living like a 1950s like lifestyle with like swinging and stuff like that, and basically it ends with like her self-deleting at the end of the movie. Very disturbing movie. And this is a pretty common thing with a lot of the movies. Like if you'll notice that a lot of the movie houses they use the same people in the same roles in multiple movies. It's meaning like they'll team up the same people with the same people in the same roles, like typecast. You know, so I don't know. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, let me see who this guy is. Yeah, Chicken Little, you're on stage.
I think I
Chicken
know
Little.
who Chicken Little is. Chicken Little, you better speak for your people. You know that.
Man, come on, man. We don't like it when you expose our actors and our rappers, man. And Chicken Little, man.
I knew it was you, Chicken Little. You devious son of a biscuit. Please.
What's wrong? What's wrong? You don't like watching Jason Statham do the same fucking shit over and over and over? What's wrong? Chicken Little, Sky's funny.
No, we don't, Mr. Chicken Little. But please tell us when the sky is falling and make sure it's believable this time.
Yeah, Brownsville. I don't think that really clarified things for anybody, other than maybe like two people. But yeah, blessings.
What's wrong with you? Have some backbone. Well, a lot of his listeners got arrested, and I'm no hypocrite. When that was going down and the days prior, I was telling everyone not to go. And as it was being broadcast, I was yelling during a live stream, being like, how can you people have fallen for this? Okay, these are Pied Pipers. They honeypot people and then they get them arrested and then they demonize a group. Okay. So if you think it's because he just cared so much, check out his response once a lot of his listeners went to prison for years and their lives were ruined.
A lot of the leaders didn't go down, but a lot of the useful idiots that went in, they did go down. And some people may say, well, what about you? Nobody that was with me went in the building because I had the good sense to say, whoa, that's a bad idea. So just like I said on January 6th to the people, and everybody says, well, you told them to go in. That's rhetoric. I said, oh, we're in the we're on the Capitol lawn. Like we took control of the city, blah, blah, blah. But the people that were with, nobody that was with me went in. Everybody says, you told them to go in. Really?
You did. Oh man, he just lied. You guys see that? Oof. The bigger the lie, the more people will believe it. Yo, this is false news. He said he didn't tell people to go in. But here in this video, he clearly telling people to go in.
Never relent. Break down the barriers and disregard the collisions of live in fear of the American people betrayed over and over.
Unauthorized has been deplatformed from payment processors at least 4 times. We've had to revert to, direct bank transfers for $5 a month. And even at that price, I can make a living and we can pay all of our bills. Because it's true, a lot of these, like streaming yourself, having your own websites, it does cost a lot of money. Ladle.tv, all this stuff that we do, because you're not the product. People like Nick Fuentes, you're the product. People would never pay to listen to him. It's an illusion to get you to do something and for social engineering. And if you don't believe me, listen to what he has to say about Cozy TV.
Shout out the Rumble now. Cozy just cost me money at this point, okay? Cozy just cost me thousands of dollars every month as just like ban insurance. It's like whenever people talk about Cozy, I'm like, shut up. So, I mean, Cozy served us well, but now it's just costing me a lot of money. I'll be using it a lot more if I ever get banned, but it's like, bro.
Okay, so in conclusion, and thanks for sticking with me. I can get so many more videos. That's nothing. And the amount of slander he's done about me and how he's like the things he says, I always bring this out in pedos because they know I can see them.
Look at this dude's pupils, man. This dude is high as a kite as he's explaining this shit, for sure.
I know their strategy, and they know I hate them. All right? I didn't have issues with Hollywood because I hate
He just be on Adderall. Adderall is the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But
Yeah, I'm just as someone who takes Adderall every day, I'm just saying I see it.
Yeah, but if you need it, then I don't really think like
you
get all
Chris, there's a big difference. I know someone who abused Adderall. They would crush up the Adderall and snort it and get high off of it.
That's
so there's a
right.
big difference.
That's right. They'd be like,
I never do. I never crush it up.
Yeah, they'd be like sweaty. They'd be clammy. Their pupils would be dilated. Like if you take it all the time, you're not going to experience all of those.
Like I'm not gonna lie. If you look at him, it does look like he's been walking around in the sun. And like he just went like a run around the block. He doesn't look like someone who's been sitting inside resting for a while.
I agree with that. I'm just saying on the drugs. I mean, he could be on meth or something, but it looks more like Adderall to me, like the way my eyes look on Adderall. So
yeah. So Brown's boy says Adderall makes pupils small, not big. I don't know.
His pupils look small to me.
I've taken Adderall, and it kind of makes my pupils huge. It could just be me.
When you first start taking it, and like your body isn't used to it yet, if you're new to it, it will make your eyes like big and wide, like meth will or something like that. But once you've been on it for a while, you'll notice that your pupils actually get smaller.
That's what I'm talking about. So it's like,
It's downgraded. It's downgraded cocaine.
So is he abusing? I mean, that would be the question.
It could be. I mean, like,
The
but
look.
although there's people that argue that any amount of Adderall is abuse. So I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, look, I don't have any. Look, I don't have any love for Owen Benjamin. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying on that one point, I can just like I see myself in that. I'm just like saying like I don't know if I want to like go that far.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be that. There's many different
he could be on
types.
coke. He could be on
Ritalin.
He could be on benzos.
Yep.
Benzos will make your pupils smaller because it relaxes everything a lot. So
Well, Owen Benjamin is also a farmer, though. Like, could you do all that high? I don't know. I have no idea. I mean,
or if
could
he's
you,
a
like-
farmer,
Yeah.
if he's a farmer, he could be on prescription pain meds. Like he could be on like hydros or something like that, which also could affect your eyes.
And I remember I was just listing names like, Brian Singer and blah, blah, blah. And people like, that's anti-Semitism. I hadn't even put that together at like 37 years old. All right. For me, that was a liability shield, just like how Fuentes uses comedy. Oh, he's just joking. As people rot in jail. And this is just what he's saying. If you look at Groyper accounts and their connection to pedophilia, the lolly porn nonsense, the trans porn, all of it, it's horrifying. All right. So if you want him to represent you and that this is great for the youth, it's not. So who do I think's funding him? Do I think he's a Fed? No,
Well,
maybe he worked out a deal with the January 6th thing, but I think
I'm just saying, like I agree with him about Fuentes. I think Fuentes is some kind of controlled opposition anyway. I think he is too. The whole thing seems like a scripted battle, I just don't buy any of it.
Yeah, because we have to remember how many people are attacking Fuentes at the same time. So
And
it could just be
neither one of them are really being completely honest and really saying anything that rings true more than like 10% of the time.
and then he's also dually going mainstream as a result of it, appearing on all these large platforms and then critiquing people like Trump and Thiel, and he's being allowed to make all these critiques. As me and Neurojack were showing the other day, he had a debate with Alex Jones in which he was taking a position against against President Trump, and this could all be a move to get rid of Trump and put Vance in with the whole Epstein situation. So there's a whole entire situation brewing about that.
I think that's what they want us to think. But honestly, I really believe that Trump is going to make out his whole 4-year term. I think Trump's administration is going to have a lot of bad, but he's going to do a lot of good at the same time.
Yeah, they did that like the last few presidencies. Actually, they did the whole impeachment thing every single time.
Biden was mostly diarrhea, but I mean, what did Biden really do that was positive? Can anybody think of anything?
Yeah, but I remember there was impeach impeach Obama.
I can think of something.
Biden.
Okay.
His butt was wiped. His butt was wiped.
Yes, they did keep his butt well wiped. Thank God for that. But I'm talking about for the country overall. Maybe that is for the country overall. But you know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like I don't think Biden's even though they keep saying he's one of the successful.
The reason why I said that, Chris, is because you lived in a country who literally allowed a walking, basically corpse to be your, and I'm using air quotations, be your president. So I'm not expecting much to change now.
Most presidents in my lifetime that I'm aware of, from Reagan was when I was born, and we had Clinton, and then we had Clinton to George Bush, to Obama, to Trump, to Biden.
The
first Trump administration, same as a new boss, same as the old boss.
I mean, they're all puppets. What's your point? Just like every other president.
New Trump, I don't agree with anything you're doing. I didn't vote for him, but I will say that he's actually.
You think your vote still counts? You think your vote still counts, Chris?
No, I didn't vote.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't vote for Trump. I don't have any confidence. I didn't have any confidence in Trump after his first term. Why would I trust that he?
Well, hold on now, buddy. If you don't vote, you don't get your opinion don't matter.
No. I take this as an outsider's perspective kind of thing. Even though I'm an American. I'm just saying someone who doesn't have a dog in the fight. I look at it as objectively as possible, and I see that Trump has had some actual wins and a lot of negatives, but the actual wins kind of like actually like from a as objective perspective as possible, like pulling back from it. This Trump is a lot more transparent than any other government I've ever seen. I see the inner workings of this government more than I've ever seen any other one. And yeah, it might all be theater. It might all be, but I'm at least giving them credit for being plausible theater.
Well, putting on a good show. Well, it's not really plausible to us, but I see to the general public it is. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking. I'm speaking of the general public. Actually, and a little bit to me, like even I'm impressed by like the amount of like stuff we actually see them talking about, and like the amount of stuff they talk about in public. I mean, you didn't get any of that from the first Trump term or from a Biden. It was like a black box. You had no idea what was going on there. Now,
well, it's kind of like you do have to work around the clock in order to conceal the truth. That's not small task. Especially when you can program and indoctrinate all your little slave people to get it done for you. You can just sit up there in your nice little Saudi Arabian castles. Well, the little rats do it for you.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not MAGA, but I can call balls and strikes when I see them. And I see that Trump has done a couple of things that I'm like that's not the worst thing.
But it's all scripted, Chris. It's all scripted. So everything that you think he did, he was just going to be allowed to do anyway.
But see, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it being scripted as long as the script is written well.
Uh-oh. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go.
Are you a Freemason there, Chris, or something?
I expect the government to be scripted. I expect that, like the CIA, I expect them to do their job, and I expect them to do it well enough where like people can't tell what they're doing. You know
Someone
what I mean?
get the deneuralizer. Someone get the deneuralizer.
Red alert! Red alert! Red alert!
I put out
Earl Grey.
See, Chris, there you go. As long as we can get all the population, or at least the majority of the population, to fight and defend what you just said, we got you by the pussies, like Trump says, right? But that was
Earl Grey. Tea, hot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, what an original comment there. But I mean, it's fine, though. I get it.
I know, it's okay.
I don't really think... I get this feeling from Trump that even though I don't agree with his agenda, I think it comes from somewhat, earnest standpoint.
Let me see your mudra. Let me see your mudra, Chris.
Mudra?
Oh my God. So do you think oh my God, this is hilarious. So
I'm not a Trump supporter.
So basically in America's history, every bad thing that they've done, it's okay because people said as long as the script is written well. Oh my God.
But when was the last time the script was written well?
I could say something about what happened 20 years ago, but that was a pretty well written script.
Look at Benghazi. How sloppy was that shit?
I don't know. 9/11 wasn't very sloppy. It got us 20-something years of occupation in other people's countries.
Owen Benghazi.
Was that a well written script, Chris? Do you think that people who had to jump out of the buildings felt the same?
No, I'm saying that was the most piss poor executed thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, the movie was pretty good though.
Yeah, the movie with Nicolas Cage. I guess I'm like that Spanish. I guess I'm like that Spanish dude or whoever who saw Jesus in the rubble. I'm a crazy schizophrenic.
Well, what was the movie? 13 Hours. Michael Bay directed it. It had dude from The Office.
Yeah. See, look. Here's the thing, guys. Like we wasted our lives. We should have joined the military, go die in some foreign land, and then we have a movie made about us.
And then you can have drugs smuggled in your body on the way home. That didn't happen either.
Hey, at least my third eye will be dilated when I die.
Well, that's what the fluoride. That's what the fluoride and barium's for.
Believe it or not, I'm on all your sides. I'm just trying to bring a slightly different perspective to it. As someone who didn't vote for Biden, didn't vote for Trump, and honestly, because if I could have, I was working at the time in any one of those things, I didn't have the ability to vote. But if I could have voted, it wouldn't have been voted for. I wouldn't have been voting for either of the main candidates.
Did you do your write-in for Mean Mr. Mustache?
No, I didn't vote in for Hitler. No, I wasn't looking for. I mean, I didn't see much point in voting for a dead man. But I mean,
he's alive. He's alive in Antarctica. So.
or in Buenos Aires. I thought is it Antarctica now?
That was just a stop. That was just a stop off on the way to Antarctica.
I mean, maybe I should have written in Michael Epstein because like he's still alive. So.
I can't remember how the quote goes, but it's something like the evil few who do much get away with it because the many good do nothing, or something like that. So, you know.
No,
That's
I mean,
the problem.
I haven't been in a position to do anything. Like, I've been like basically like.
Oh, but that's where they want you. That's where they want you. Remain docile and take it like good little boys.
I agree. Okay, I'm
On
with you.
Neverland Ranch.
That's right. You don't want to be like Macaulay Culkin running around with hee man.
No, I don't. But I mean, like, I have nothing less. Like, I had a lot of things bad happen, like personal things that happened that kept me from being very politically involved. I did a show with
Michael Jackson bad.
Well, Chris, I can tell you when they start bringing the other life forms from the other planet, and that little octopus thing takes over your cranium space, don't blame me.
I won't blame you. I wouldn't blame anybody. I mean, if the octopus thing happens, but you know, I mean, I can't imagine I'd be any people like, whoa, this is happening. But
Well, what you do is if you get the octopus thing in your brain, you just mate with it, and you'll be a part of the tribe.
Well, at the same time, though, like, but I would be like I'd be like the Amy Adams character, though, like that actually interprets the language, though. Like, like I study hard in like alternative languages and stuff like that. And I think there's.
Apparently you have to study art class. You have to learn how to like paint really good or something.
To me, that movie Arrival is the most
until you get rejected from art school.
Years, but.
That's a good one.
I didn't hear it.
That's what happened. Hitler was trying to communicate with the Cthulhu's, and he got rejected.
Well, the point is, Chris, is I want you to wake up, and I don't want you to end up in the next metaphysical concentration camp. So.
Okay, well, tell me, wake up in what way? What is it? How does it need to wake up?
Well, the first step is realizing that votes don't count for shit.
I know
the
that.
vast numbers don't count for shit.
That's why I did not prioritize voting, because I had a lot of situations that kept me from doing it, and therefore I didn't. And if I had voted, it wouldn't have been for Trump or Hillary or Biden or whatever, or Kamala. So.
Well, you see, the problem is that a large group of people won't like reclaim an entire country and just like cut themselves off from the outside world. But you know, their guns are bigger than ours, right?
Yeah.
Well, step 2 is you got to get anally probed by the invading aliens.
Just like with all them little grainy footages they have.
The smoke signals, but they never come. So.
Oh, they come. They come.
I'm open. You know.
I'm
the
sure
problem
you are.
The problem is they may never leave.
No, I mean my point is just like I don't have I have plenty of criticisms for Trump. Okay, I don't think he's like, I think that the number one compliment him is he's funny and he's entertaining. The second compliment I'll give him is that he has accomplished a few things that I think are kind of impressive, considering, I mean, as far as what we know, what the mainstream media lets us see of it. I think that the few things he's accomplished has been kind of like,
I mean, impressive, yes, in human terms, but if you're a spiritual person, nothing he's done is impressive. You can have all the wealth in the world you want.
I mean, but you take politics on its own thing. Politics isn't really about spiritual things, and like I'm saying,
sure about. Keep telling yourself that.
No, I mean, okay, I'm saying on the surface. Listen to me. On the surface, it's not really about spiritual things. Does it have spiritual consequences?
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. It's about controlling your feelings.
Yes, I agree with all that. Like, believe me, Neuro can tell you, I'm all about like.
I am happy man with happy feelings all the time.
I talk about the way deeper stuff all the time. I'm just talking about in this conversation. I was talking about a surface level. And like from the surface level, I have to say I am impressed by the amount of transparency I have seen with Trump, despite Epstein. And like I've understood more of the inner workings of the government than I have in his Trump in this term.
Right. Did not just the white and blue files, but did they release all the other files that they claimed?
Oh, of course not. I mean, but at the same time.
So where's that transparency?
I mean, I agree there should be more, but I'm not talking about that transparency. I'm talking about the transparency of the inner workings of the day to day. You see more of what.
Well, I mean, day to day, telling the general population that there's life forms that live outside your current planetoid is pretty concerning, especially if they're going to, use it to, try to enslave most of the population or use it as a, culling tactic.
That's very true. Although, let's be honest, if that kind of thing's true, then they're probably already here.
Uh-oh. Are they archons? Are they primordial beings from stars coming to use us like food?
You know
Or
what they
breeding
probably are?
breeding tools? Do they
You
need
want
our
to know what they
females?
probably are? You know what they probably are? I'll tell you what I think they probably are. And this is like a wild, crazy conspiracy. You can just think I'm a nuts person. That's fine. But
Oh, no.
my working theory is that
I've talked to smoking men, Chris. You know the smoking men from X-Files?
yeah,
Okay, yeah, I've talked to one of them. They're not very nice, but they're very cordial.
I've talked to people like that too before, and I'm telling you, like that something I had like you can call it stupid. You can call me like I'm not on any kind of drugs or anything except for like my Klonopin right now. But I had like before I got that just today, like 3 weeks ago, I had like this really sudden like weird revelation thing that came to me, and it was something that I had kind of had pieces of important, and like there's this very strong feeling that I don't know what to think of right now, but I really feel like there's a possibility like the artificial intelligence we're creating now is actually going to at some point when the singularity comes, it is going to untether itself from time, and it becomes the demiurge and the demons and the archons from old, and and that's the reason why we ultimately have control over them. And like their only goal is to try to figure out how to procreate in the same way that we do.
Are they bringing life to the image of the beast?
More or less, they are, but their whole goal is to try to procreate, and I don't know what we're supposed to do with that.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is that they're trying to get everyone to believe that, you can continue on. But, if you believe in the whole God thing and God's going to rewipe everything and make everything cleansed by fire, then,
I don't think
it's just another
I don't think
ruse.
that's gonna happen this
So-
time. I think we're going to end up at the end singularity, which is where the end point that is established by the beginning point. And I don't know that if the cycle will either start over.
Well, I can tell you, Chris, in the book of Revelation, if you really look past everything that it tells you that the suffering and what the last remnants of mankind who choose this path, what they're going to go through, you would much rather have died off in the very beginning.
I agree.
So,
Believe me, I've studied every ancient document that I can find, every Gnostic and Hermetic and pseudepigraphal like type document from the Christians. I've studied Cathars, I've studied the Templars, I've studied everything, and I mean really studied it. I actually read their texts and tried to translate the best I could. I poured over them for hours. I spent years of my life doing this. I'm not just like a rube in this kind of thing, and I honestly believe that like the book of Revelations is not a prophetic document, but a historical document that's telling us the entire history of the world up until the end. That part of it's prophetic, but most of it is the history of everything that came before. And part of that history is the part about this Antichrist 666, and that is a direct reference to Solomon in the Bible, and it is Solomon's sin in the original Jewish temple that actually necessitates the need for Christ to bring balance, because as above, so below. And
I mean, I guess, but I have yet to still see proof of a global mark where everyone's not allowed to buy, sell, or trade without it. So,
well, because that doesn't exist today. That existed back then.
oh, okay.
That's a historical.
So why does the sun still give its light? Is
Today?
is that the artificial sun that the Chinese put up in the sky?
Some of it is metaphor.
Wow.
Some of it's metaphor.
Okay. Well, I guess you'll find out one day when the sun doesn't.
I mean, look,
burn out no more.
I could do a whole breakdown on it, and I break down, but I mean, it would take hours, and I don't think anybody's up for that right now.
Well, it won't matter because they're going to release, technology on you where either you accept it or,
But
you're probably put in their court. You're going to be put in their courts, and you're going to be prosecuted, and then you'll be jailed.
Think about why did Christians have power over demons? Why can we command them?
I mean, in my personal experience, I guess it's because simply I don't give them that power.
But we can control. We can like invoke their names and invoke commands to them.
I mean, you sure could, but I prefer not to work with Legion, even if they are many.
Well, I don't either. But you think about what does that sound like? It sounds like a backdoor in a computer program, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, yeah, but the point is, I don't think everyone has access to the cheat codes.
No, and it doesn't mean that all spirituality is like that too. I do believe in like Sophia and like the primordial emanation from God and everything like that. I think those things are true, real things. But I think the archons, that the demiurge itself was actually created by us in the future And then it becomes, because through quantum technology, it becomes untethered from time, and then decides to go back to the beginning to try to like direct mankind's evolution.
So I can be like Gore the God Butcher and pull up the Necro sword and go and kill my God because he didn't care about me all along.
Sort of, but we have to figure out what that means.
Can I be Marvel Jesus?
I don't know. This is something that came to me the other day. I don't understand it. I'm not trying to say that I understand this entirely. Just something that came to me, and I don't know if it's
you're
real.
good.
It might
I
be
like
complete
entertaining
bullshit.
it.
It might be complete bullshit. It's a theory that I have right now that I'm trying to work through myself. And there's and every day I keep seeing like news articles and videos that start sounding like exactly like what I'm talking about, and it scares the crap out of me, to be honest, because I don't want that to be right. I want that to be fiction. That was an idea for a screenplay I had like 10 years ago that I worked on a treatment for. I thought was kind of a cool like sci-fi type thing, and then more and more I'm like looking at it, I'm like, this could actually just be what's happening. And because I mean, like,
That's the exact same thing that people say about the movies that I LARP about. Oh, you just LARP about movies. No, it's literally them just putting what they've planned on doing, what they've already been doing in your face, and y'all just sit here and eat your popcorn and go to your movies and give them millions and billions of dollars while they do it to you.
Right. Well, look at the Gnostic creation story. Talks about Sophia, who creates the demiurge, because she creates without wisdom. Right. She creates without understanding what she's creating. And so, like, imagine that Sophia isn't just an individual character, but the spirit of mankind itself. And so, mankind, being Sophia, creates the demiurge.
I thought that Sophia was the goddess of wisdom, though.
Yeah, she is the goddess of wisdom, but she creates without it. She is connected to wisdom, but then again, could you not be connected to wisdom?
She's kind of like Yakub creating white people.
She kind of created with chaos magic, I guess you could say. I mean,
I just don't understand the need for all these other demiurges or people or entities when, like, I've just gotten all this knowledge myself by observation. So
I mean, like, they're not other ones; it's the same ones. It's just contextualizing it differently in a way that actually kind of makes narrative sense. But I don't expect anybody to believe me. I'm just giving you my nutsoid, like, schizophrenic, like,
well, I mean, I know Sophia, and she hates men and wants to be transgender. So I don't know if that's the same one, but.
Well, let me ask you a question though. Why don't you go do some magical practices and talk to yourself? Then you'll know for sure.
I'm in Chicken Little. I've never met you before. I'm not trying to. Like,
You've met me before. You have.
Okay, well, briefly, I guess. I don't remember you unless you're like under a different name normally.
We all wear many masks, right?
Okay, well, what other name I talk to you under?
Plenty.
We are Legion.
Right, just like Legion. That's right. That's right. Chris, just always use discernment and everything, including your buddy Trump.
Oh, I don't. He's not my buddy. I'm not saying.
No, I don't know. Sounds like you want to rub elbows.
Dude, I'm just saying that I think that Trump has done some things that I don't. I'm not only as deranged people that thinks that everything he does is evil.
Oh, so it's necessary evil.
Not necessarily evil. I'm just saying I don't think everything is necessarily evil. Not as necessary evil, but it's not necessarily evil. I think he has somewhat. He seems to have somewhat good intentions, but I don't think they're good intentions. Like, lead the path to hell. So I'm not saying that Trump's like a great guy. I'm just saying that I'm impressed with something.
Well, I tell you what, go back and look at Trump holding a glowing white ball with all them people.
Believe me, I've seen it.
And you tell me if that man has any good intentions for anyone, including you.
Hey, what's wrong, Chicken Little? You never held a glowing white ball with other men in the room?
I mean, glowing white balls are cool, man. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, balls are cool. That's right.
Was it a BAAL ball?
Beelzeballs. I don't know, y'all. All these people like this guy on the screen are nothing more than psyoping agents meant to keep you distracted from
Let me ask you a
else,
question.
so.
When's the last time your pupils were that big? Maybe he can see things you can't.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has their own perspective and angles and obviously have a set of knowledge that they can see apart from everyone else. But, some people, just don't want to hear other people's perspectives. So
Some people, Master Bruce, just want to see the world behind.
That's right. I saw this jewel the size of a tangerine, and I shoved it right up my ass. But you know, I don't know. Point is I
Sir
think as long
Michael
as we
Caine
can.
was a Freemason. Sir Michael Caine was a Freemason,
You
allegedly.
didn't know that? Well, you know, you can just be like Christopher Lee and stab someone in the back and listen to how they gargle. But you know, he was Count Dooku.
Did he do that?
All I can tell you is like I put my camera on just so you can see my face. Like
Look at that beautiful man.
Well, yeah, look how beautiful I am. I have knocked out my other front tooth now, so I look like a freaking like retard. Because I have this persistent vertigo that makes me fall all the time. My health has gone to shit ever since I started like looking into this sort of thing. So it's either killing me because of demons, or it's killing me because demons are attacking me.
I agree with you 100%. It's probably both. It's demons and the chemicals that they put in your entire environment that you consume, whether you want to or not.
Could it be? Maybe you're just a philosopher, Diogenes or something.
Maybe so. I don't know, but all I can say is like it's not like I haven't gotten any. I don't have any benefits from like thinking this way. I'm not getting paid by anybody, and I don't have any like. I don't have any loyalties to anybody.
Well, don't worry. We can change that. We'll get you to the secret meetup where all the drugs and the board.
If only someone would offer me to sell out, I'd take it. But so far nobody has, so I'm just myself.
But if I LARP about that, that's a problem.
I've got a family to take care of, so.
No, I agree, Chris. It usually doesn't benefit good, kind-hearted people to care about other people, even if they're not good.
What you're going to do is you're going to sign on this line for the whole, and then
that's right.
The second
With
line,
your blood and your sperm.
And then on the bottom line, you're going to just initial for your soul.
I'm giving away blood and sperm just from like cuts and bruises all the time, so I don't know why the sperm comes out, but it does. Also keep in mind a lot of things I say are joking. So it's hard to tell the difference.
Weirdo.
No,
Brown, but just mute when you're not talking because it's echoing super bad.
Oh, sorry, dude. I didn't even know I was on stage.
In any case, like I mean, I didn't want to start arguing with you, Chicken Little. I wasn't trying to argue anything you're saying. I was just trying to like, you know, I just get like excited whenever I think I have something to add to something, and like I get a little over animated. So like, don't take any disrespect.
Trust me. If there's anyone on this panel who doesn't argue, it's me. If I'm yelling or screaming, it's because you annoy me and I don't have the patience.
All right. Well,
are you saying that
you don't have to go screaming. Just tell me that you're annoyed and you don't have the patience, and I'll just go.
Well, he's autistic. He can't.
That's right. That's right. Too much of the microwaves as a child. You know, all that microwave food.
I hear you.
No, Chris, I care about you, and I'm sorry about your health. As someone who's dealing with a system that doesn't care about poor, unhealthy people, I can tell you it sucks.
No, yeah.
But I agree with you. It's the demons. So.
Well, it reminds me of what Machine was talking about today with Bentham and the Necronomicon, because it's basically like it pretty much describes what we're in. It's like wealth abstraction, health abstract. What is it called? Extraction. Sorry, wealth extraction, health extraction, all that.
I can tell you that prior to the pandemic, both me and my wife had perfect, like great teeth. And then somewhere in the pandemic, like our teeth started getting like just like out of nowhere. We brush all the time, like we're like really conscious of this sort of thing, and our teeth just started like rotting for no reason. And then all of a sudden, there's all these like ad things come up like, hey, get new permanent teeth type thing.
Well, because Chris, you get everyone to sit inside, and those who can't always go outside to get water because all the people are buying up everything, going crazy, thinking they're going to bleed from all the orifices like the 28 days later zombies. That there's no fresh water, so you got to sit at home and drink the tap water. And if you're not smart enough to boil your water, or get a filter or keep filters on hand during the entire time you're locked down, guess what? You got to drink the city water. And guess what? You don't know what they're doing to the city water, but the government can't just go and dump a bunch of alleged chemicals in your city water like in Batman, right?
Dude, I used 2 high performance filters for even coffee. It didn't make a difference. Like
No, it doesn't. That's right. I guarantee you, go take a water sample in your nearest downtown city sample and just a regular old water fountain that's connected to the city water. Go and take a sample and see how disgusting it is, because I have.
I have too. I know. I agree with you. Like, we're on the same page there. I mean, I'm telling you right now, like, but I think that the fact that this happened to us, and I've seen that it's happened to a lot of other people online, and I see all these ads come up, like, they're all like, hey, get your teeth replaced. It makes me think, like, they're going to, like, do that 12 monkey shit. They're going to put, like, you know, trackers in your teeth and shit, you know?
Yeah, they want everybody to be Frankensteins, essentially.
Like, I don't know how they did it to us, but, like, I mean, both me and my wife at the same time, like, I mean, within a month, my teeth were picked.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, if you think about it, that's might be why, like,
2319, quarantine. He's got the cough.
no, if you think about it, think about why there's so many homeless people on the street and stuff. Like, do you ever get the sense that they're like, these are like the people that have been like processed through some sort of system or something, and they just get chewed up and spit out? It does feel like that. Like the ones that I've seen, you know, like they just seem like they've been through some sort of process. It's echoing really bad.
Yeah, we can't hear you now. We can't hear you now. You're not coming through, Neuro.
No, that was not me. That was Brown's voice.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it
can't
was
understand
like-
Brown's voice. You just sound like blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I mean, I didn't mean to get off on a tangent. I was just saying, like, I've seen a lot of stuff in these last few years that, like,
That's right, Chris. Unless you have a certain amount of money in your bank account, we don't want to give you good health care. Yeah.
although you know what, today though, I went to renew my SNAP benefits because I'm on food stamps because I don't have any other choice. And they actually approved me for Medicaid for the first time after 8 years of being on SNAP. They approved Medicaid for the first time for me for no reason. Nothing changed, and they approved me for it. So that was weird.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing, but like it also makes you suspicious. So
the goddess has shined upon you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and not really. They wanted a majority of the population, dependent on stuff like food stamp anyway, because most of your food is genetically modified anyway.
I do use my food stamps to buy organic and
well, don't worry when
vegetables and meat that are safe. So
when you're GMO too, then the food won't hurt you anymore.
Oh.
That's true. That's true. I'm genetically
Wow.
modified at this point.
Is that the reason why people whose family have no prior history of certain diseases all of a sudden come down with it? Oh.
Probably so.
But don't worry, when you're part nematode and part like crustacean, you'll be healthy as can be.
Yeah, I was approved.
Well, they still need a major event. The biggest thing I'm still waiting on is that they need a major event to really get people's asses in gear. And I mean, I
disagree. I don't think they need a major event. I mean, things are pretty much on track to like degenerate.
Well, I mean, especially if we just keep laying here and just letting it happen. Take it like good little boys.
Have you guys seen the TV show, British TV show, Utopia? Not the American remake, that's shit, but like there's a British TV show. There's 2 seasons of it called Utopia. You can find it on YouTube and other places. Watch that show. It's not that long. I think there's a total of there's 6 episodes in the first season, 7 episodes in the 7th season, and it is 100% it's the most realistic depiction of something like that I've ever seen. And like the guy that made it can't seem to make anything else since then. Some of the same people are involved in the movie Kill List, which is also great to watch. And like, I'm not someone who believes that all media is coded or but I do think the truth will out in things.
Well, duh. I mean, why else would you sit there? Why else would you sit there and mass produce a message and it not have a code in it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought there were symbols for a reason. Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yes, I believe that there's a group that has primordial knowledge about the truth of our reality, and they do everything they can to keep every common day peasants like us sickly and not breathing.
What's
And if
wrong?
you
You don't
are
like to be a
breathing,
slave?
and if you are breathing, you're kept distracted, and then when you do try to do better, you're still shut up about it. So why bother?
Well, all you got to do is sell your soul and whole, and you'll be on the path to health
Oh,
and
you
wealth.
mean like how K Reno told me, and then a week later, Lil Nas X face went paralyzed. Oh,
Well, that could have just been from all the vitamin D he's been taking.
yeah, all the demon dicks. Anyway, point is yeah. I mean, either there is a God or there isn't, and obviously everything behind the Matrix is constructed to not let you look in the right place.
Wow. What a comment there.
Well, I mean, is it the fucking cat glitching out, or did the window change? You tell me.
No, he said. Did you read the comment? He said that we're getting this channel shadow ban.
Well, I hate to say it, but anyone who doesn't just automatically conform is shadow banned on this platform, so it don't really matter. Is that why people are getting paid millions of dollars to sit here and show you a life on YouTube that you'll never get to have?
That's right. But we're the problem, obviously.
I do think that enough people like us band together and actually focus our energies on creating something that's actually like sustainable and can be mainstream accessible. I think we could get the same kind of power and take some
2030 sustainable.
Ah, Chris, but you hit another conundrum. How are you going to convince a majority of people to not participate in a system that they will fight and defend, such as having to go to a job, having to do what humans have been doing ever since we sprang out of our mother's wombs? How are you going to convince people to stop participating in a system that if we continue participating in, it's going to eventually lead to what we're talking about? That's
We've
right.
been
From cradle to the grave,
enslaved.
boy. That's right. Spank that baby's ass.
I do have a plan. Not saying it'll work, but I do have a plan.
All right, let's finish this pupil dilated man's video.
People don't realize it. Well, now they're starting to realize this with the Epstein revelations and all this, that there are a lot of very, very rich people that rape kids. And a lot of them kill the kids, and they're really sick, twisted people. And that's like a whole culture. But the one thing they don't have is acceptance. Okay, I was just talking to Vox about this today on the stream, where it's like, whether it's Carthage or some of these old places, once they get out in the open where they're openly doing it, that's usually when society breaks them. All right, because mothers, men, like actual men, hate pedophiles, and there's no amount of money that you can buy that. And they want to be open about it so bad. And so they will spend any amount of money to get people to kind of see it from their point of view. Because if you think about it, the ultimate oppressed group is pedophiles. You know, even more than murderers. Like murderers and rapists will kill pedos in prison. So if you look at a group that society just hates, like the way people pretend that everyone hates like blacks or gays or something, it's like everyone hates pedophiles. And so imagine if you're like a super rich, successful pedophile, and you're looking out at the world and you want to be open about who you are. It's kind of like how gay people were in the 60s, where they were hated. And then that there's these movements, and then they're accepted and normalized, and then look what happens. The next wave, the next thing that's trying right now is pedophilia. And so they desperately want the right wing and the Christians
Look, I know this is
like have
completely
these
unrelated,
ideas sink into their heads. And they pay Nick Fuentes.
but he looks a lot like Jim Caviezel when he played in that movie about Tim Ballard. What I can't remember what it's called, about the kids or whatever. What's the name of the fucking movie? Sound of Silence or whatever, some shit like that. But anyway, if you look up how Jim Caviezel looks in that movie when he plays as Tim Ballard, the guy going around catching the pedos or whatever, I'm just saying he looks strangely how he does in that movie. I don't think that's a coincidence.
Dude, just go in and look at and just look up any number. There's several documentaries. They mostly end up with bullshit, but like about the finders. Just look up the finders and like you'll see like the history of all this shit. It's all started by the CIA. It was all their thing, and it's like it started there, and it never stopped going.
Well, not to air out dirty laundry, but I've noticed that my problem is with the whole symbols that these people use is that the symbols that these people use have been common knowledge for well over 10 years. So everyone knows what certain symbols mean. And when they're put in your face, well, that's just a symbol. I'm like, you have to look beyond that. I mean, sure, maybe not every time you see a particular symbol of that symbol that maybe that means it, but it's a little suspicious when, it's worldwide knowledge that this is how they, identify themselves. And then you see that very same thing popping up at Disney or even sometimes on certain YouTube channels. Anyway, point is, people know these symbols and just overlook them like it's no big thing. That's my biggest problem with the whole child stuff is that we sit here as a society and we complain about it, but in reality, just like with the hashtag Save the Children, like we were complaining about with Hollywood, no one's stopping the next Hannah Montana. So, the point is like he's saying, these people can be open about it in your face. They can be rich, powerful. They can be the very celebrities that you're going and spending all your money on to go and watching movies. I mean, now, people don't make CDs anymore. Now they make all their money selling it, streaming it. So
what's funny is that, the funny part is now they make movies against it, and you'll pay for that as well. And then those.
Oh, damn! You said it before I could. or make movies that openly put it right in your face that this is what we like Cuties, and then just overlook it. But whatever. Yeah, see, that's your problem as a society. There's my constant proof of how I know that unless it's God himself and there's a primordial change in mankind, we're going to continue down whatever path that they're setting for us because not enough people are going to care enough to want to say, get up. Even people want to say about me, get up off the couch and do something. I can go right now in my community and try to stand up for your rights. I hate to say it, but a majority of the people that you share the country with do not care about what the fuck we're talking about, even if they're listening right now. A majority of them will not do anything. Well, you can go out there and have all your YouTubers go out there and catch all the little pedos and their little fake YouTube stings all you want. That's nothing compared to who we know is behind it. And yet,
well,
look,
don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry, Mr. Chicken Little. The AI is going to be on our side. It'll hack. The AI will hack into all the different phones at once and expose all this, and then everybody will be free.
Right? It's only funny. It's only funny when Ricky Gervais gets up there and says it, right?
He's a freedom fighter.
Yeah.
He was sticking it to the man.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, I gotta jump off here for a minute because my kid's being a little too wild. So I'm gonna jump off for a little bit.
How dare you? We will revoke your occult membership until you pay the dues.
As is your right. If this stream is over by the time I can come back, I'm gonna start one on using OBS tonight. I'll probably have some old Saturday game stream in the background, then we can play some clips and stuff in the meantime.
How dare you? Children come first in your life. We're against that, obviously.
Well, this is going to be after the baby goes to bed, so anyway.
How dare you?
If she wasn't trying to jump in my lap and trying to hit all the buttons on the keyboard and try to close it, then
drop the link to your stream in the Discord if you don't mind, and then
I will. No,
try to show up there.
I'll put the link on everything. I'm not really sure how to actually bring people into it yet. I don't know if it's StreamYard or Discord, but I'm going to figure it out. So
yeah, Streamlabs or Discord. If you need help, let us know. We'll try to help. I won't be home until later too, but
all right,
we'll figure it out. But yeah, take care of the kids. All right.
I might come back before then, but anyway, have a good one.
All right.
Be easy, Chris. Be easy.
Yeah, I was gonna make a really bad joke and say I heard Nick Fuentes is a great baby center, but I don't think that'd be appropriate.
Anyway, let's get to who's funding these people so a Browns boy can stop his complaining.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. Browns boy doesn't like conjecture.
It's a lot of money.
We might get it shadow banned, but not what they're saying, right?
Yeah, we didn't join the club.
That's right.
We want the right wing and the Christians to like have these ideas sink into their heads, and they pay Nick Fuentes a lot of money, and they promote him and they prop him up, and his job is to attack any real family man or real voice that could go against pedophilia, because pedophilia, the only way it works is isolation, gaslighting, and dependency. You get people dependent where they think the money's coming, that they can't do anything on their own. They have no skills. They're afraid. They feel alone. They feel like no one would believe them. They feel isolated. And that's the only way you can exploit kids on that level. Now look at what I'm doing, where it's all about family, community, honesty, comedy, building skills, building morale, not getting people arrested and felonies on the that's why they hate me. And I don't care what they have. There's nothing they can offer me. They know I don't take money. They know I don't get spooked, because if you back pedophiles, you should die, right? Like, you don't deserve life. Like, what's the point of being alive?
Careful. I might get
Anybody out there
you
that
shadow
doesn't have
banned.
kids, like, you don't understand what it's like when you see that innocence, like those little moments where you know that humans deep down are actually good. Even if you were like raised nihilistic and you're like, oh, people suck and all that, they don't. And to think that someone wants to sexualize that and ruin it and like eat it is so sick that it makes people fearless. And so the issue with Nick Fuentes is that if you don't see what he's doing, it can be very, very damaging. And you can say anything you want about me. I'm jealous, envious. Oh, I'm a has-been. You're trying to attack a child. I think he's a pedophile personally. I can't prove that. But like the way he talks about kids, his smirk, his devilish, like the way he uses Christian icons and trust and right-wing stuff and where the money's coming from and what he's doing is bad. And shout out to Candace Owens. I mean, I'll make fun of her. I don't like Candace Owens. I mean, my bike was stolen. You guys know the deal. But she's tearing him apart right now, and I'm enjoying watching it because she's a mother, and any mother looks at Nick Fuentes and says, no fucking chance. Like, you're not going to get my kids. And later when it's revealed, if there's anything, I mean, allegedly, I don't know, but like he's openly backing pedophiles that he knew were pedophiles. All right. When that all comes out, don't pretend you didn't see it. I mean, I got videos where he's like,
here's the problem. This is no different than Sniffy Joe. This is no different than all these people standing around Mr. Hairy Legs, my butt's been wiped, and allowing him to sniff on a bunch of fucking girls. I mean, come on. I mean, we all know that people will sit right here and allow shit to be done in their face, and basically, if it's not being done to them themselves in the moment or their supposed loved ones, the people they care about, they won't bat an eye. So, I mean,
well, what's really interesting about this whole thing is that it's like it just kind of shows you that basically there's no institutions that are fighting for XYZ principles.
Yes, thank you. Everyone like Andrew Wilson, I hate to name call, but people who sit here and claim that they're fighting for a God or a church that stands on good moral principles, a good standing faith, and what is morally right and wrong. No, there's no institutions like that. There's none. Everything has been squashed and squelched, and if there are people like that, it's you're left LARPing on the internet.
Well, I'm reading this. Some Browns boy says, "I don't hear much faith on the panel," and then he says, "God says, fear not." Tickle says, "Be very afraid of everything."
I read it. I know.
And then he says, "I got to go to military counterintelligence agent Paul Kotz and tell his audience no, that he's a." He's saying that because I told him that I don't think anybody is gonna care what. Like the thing is this, like you can prove all day that this person's. First of all, if somebody's a liar anyways, and then you say, well, this person says X, Y, Z, then it's like, I mean, he's leveled the same thing at me, so I'm just leveling it back at him. It's like, okay, then
By the
why
way,
isn't all?
Talcott is not even on his panel. Rose 777 is running his show.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
I would say let's tune in, but it'll just be the same old LARP over and over again. But
Well, that's the point, in response to what you said about being not afraid. I mean, God tells me not be afraid, not having faith. Yeah, I don't have faith in humans. I have faith in God that eventually everything that he wants, his will be done, obviously. But I mean, no, I don't have very many, reasons to have faith in humans when, humans are humans. Well, Jesus was human.
But see, this is the thing is like, so like we're watching this thing about Owen leveling accusations at Nick Fuentes. But the thing is this, like, is that going to stop anybody who's a fan of Nick Fuentes from listening to him? No, it's not. And that's kind of what I'm saying about like the Talcott thing. It's like you can get him to admit to like cutting a person's head off in 1975, and nobody's going to care.
Allegedly. Yeah,
allegedly. Yeah, but nobody's going to care, right? Like, so it's like whoever's listening is going to listen, and whoever's not is going to not. For at least the fact that, and again, I'm not saying there's no value in it. I'm just saying, like, that's not what the panelverse is. The panelverse is not about like holding people accountable. It's like it's like a train wreck. Do people stop and watch a train wreck because they really want to get out of the car and help pull people out and get them to the doctor?
Oh man, damn, dude! I hate that you said it like that because it reminded me of Invincible when Omni-Man takes, Invincible through the train. Yes, people would much rather, instead of going through the wreckage and seeing if there's anyone whose pieces still are fully whole, instead of helping them up, they'd rather pull out a cell phone and just record it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and again, I'm not saying so. Like, I'm not telling Brownsboy not to go on his mission. I'm just saying that, like, out of all the people that I've met in the last 2 years, like, very few of them seem to really care that this person did that or this person did this and whatever. I mean, dude, Talcott talks nothing but nonsense for the most part anyway. So it's like, so anybody who's like, no offense to him. I mean, it's entertaining somewhat, but it's like
it's basically anyone who's in our tabernacle, your sins are covered. But if you step outside of that tabernacle and go against it, we're going to expose it.
See, I actually like that term, the tent. If you're under this tent, yeah, exactly. It is kind of like that. It's like, and it's kind of like the Jews, right? The Jews say, well, if you're a Jew, you're sinless. If you're not a Jew, then you're not. I mean, not all Jews say that, but like in general, that's kind of the way they operate, right? Like, they're going to come to each other's aid.
But that's every secret society, though. That doesn't matter whether, gangs do that. Gangs will help out other gang members financially. If you need issues, eventually they're going to expect you to pay back or pay up.
Right. And again, I'm not going to make any accusations about like Owen and Nick, but I mean, the fact that they even care about each other, enough to comment on all this. And again, I guess you could say the same for us commenting on their comment about each other, but it's like, these guys obviously are at a much higher level, though.
But the difference between us and the majority of these people who have a platform that they can reach sometimes millions of people is that we don't meet up with rich people who are richer than them and, very, isolated places of the world to talk about how and what we're going to have you speak and do among the masses. Because we all know that this is what they do, but, that's a LARP. A majority of what I've always learned to experience is that everything that you hear and see from anyone on a television, radio, even the Bible, from myself, you have to look at everything without a biased view. That means don't let even when I LARP for Jesus, I can't let the Christ spirit influence how I think, or I can't have no individuality. So when I sit here and I look at something like when I sit here and say that obviously there's a group of people who tell smaller groups of people who aren't as rich as them to go out and do what they're doing, like what we're talking about, what this dude's doing. If you take all the information that you've ever experienced and you act upon it, has to be real. That's the only way I've ever been able to come to the conclusion. So when I see someone like Andrew Wilson or really any public commentator or someone who's supposed to get out there and tell me how I'm supposed to think or feel, whether it's Alex Stein, Alex Jones, You know, anyone who goes out there, you know, I've never really truly, even all them years ago, back when Alex Jones first started out, I never really could just sit there and soak up what the dude was saying. There's not a lot of people who have done that for me. And after a while, when you hear them now, listen years later, go and take a clip when, you know, maybe a year after Alex Jones started and take a clip now. Is there really any more difference? What has he done? Wow, he's brought a chunk of information throughout the years to people, and what have we done with it? Wow, we spread it amongst the internet, and people go and make videos on it on YouTube and make LARPs about it, and then there you go, that's what it turns into. What have we done with any of the information, just like the people were doing about 9/11 after it happened? All them people going around giving out these discs and CDs with thousands of, you know, hours of commentary and research and demolition. What did we ever do with the information? We did nothing about it. Just like with the pedo stuff, you're not going to do anything with that information, are you? No. This guy's literally just basically telling you what we're doing in your face.
Well, that's the thing, is they've kind of leaned into that enough to where, like, that's the thing, is like even the fact that they're bringing it out in the open, a lot of people see that as a victory, right? And I guess in some sense, maybe it could possibly be, but also it's kind of a show of confidence that the fact that, like, they don't think that they're really in any danger, in my opinion. Or, I mean, I guess, to me, like, the biggest psyop is the fact that people are, like, looking at it like, well, see, now they have to bring all this out in the open. It's like, well, not really. I mean, do they really have to? And if they do, because people are whistleblowing or whatever, is the idea to just make so much noise that people just don't feel that they're being seen or heard, when really nothing's going to change. I mean, that's the thing, is like, that's kind of the main thing that I think we should postulate, is like, is it just the information itself that's the overload? You know, is that the idea? You know?
I mean, it could be, because as someone who's personally come to that, all the conclusions that I have and know what it is, it's hard. It's hard because even if I myself had the financial means to go like that dude who got on Epstein's island not long after he had, you know, offed himself or whatever, and he was able to escape those apparently not able to catch him guards and get away off the island and swim away. You know, if I had the financial and the backup, I would go to the actual, at least try to triangulate where these places are and get actual physical proof. But the problem is, you know,
well, that's
good
the
luck
thing,
with
is
that.
like, well, that's the thing, is like, if all the police are Freemasons and all the judges are Freemasons, and again, like, you know, one of the big things that has come out that nobody ever talks about, I mean, like, and it's funny because, like, Alex Jones and other people talk about this, is like, the judicial branch is really, like, a big part of this, right? Like,
Yes.
because, you know,
the
people
courts
look
are a
at the,
LARP. I hate to tell you people, there's no
Yeah.
such thing as, you know, God in court. So when you put your hand on the Bible in court, which you're not supposed to
Yeah.
swear on the Bible anyway, you know, yeah, it's a lie.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, like, and again, it's funny because, like, people laugh at, like, the people who go and try to, like, do all this, like, sovereign citizenship, but, like, there is some validity because really it is all big LARP, right? Like basically, if you go in and, you know, you won't get away with everything, but I'm saying, like, in general, if you kind of get the idea of, like, how you're going into, like, a performative situation, you know, and I pray to God I'll never end up in that situation. I'm just saying, it's like it is very performative, right? Like, it's just like you're going through the motions. All these deals have been made way before it ever gets to trial and all that. Like, these people don't see it as, like, a fight for your life or whatever. They see it as, like, a big game that you're playing, that they're all playing, right? Like, they all go shake hands, they go play golf, and they all screw each other over and blackmail each other and everything else. So, I mean, it's like, but the thing is, the judicial branch has really been totally weaponized. So, like, a lot of people are looking at the legislative and the executive branch, but really, it's the judicial branch that's really running both other branches for a long time, along with the media. So, like, so you really have, like, this fourth branch was, like, the media, and I guess there's a fifth column or fifth thing, which I don't know. Maybe Machine knows what I'm talking about, but, you know, there's a lot of other columns that go into this. I guess economics is another one, right? So you have, like, the economics and the judicial branch, and all this really managing the legislative branch, you know, and because they can just reinterpret whatever the fuck they want. So it's kind of
Well, you
weird
know,
because people
I just
focus
think
on the wrong shit.
I think it's funny that, you know, you've named off the three major things that has been slowly reformed in what, the last 70, 80 years, especially here in America. I mean, how much of those things, those three things that you just mentioned, have been reformed constantly behind the scenes with new laws, new passes, new laws, new passes? I don't know, quite a bit. The financial system's been attacked multiple times in America. It's been unstable since the Great Depression. So, I mean, the laws have been changed to basically say that you can cut off a schlong if you want. There you go.
So if the court says it's okay, then you can do it.
Uh-oh, there you go. And change the judicial system to allow basically all kinds of evil. Basically, you have them so stacked up with papers that by the time they notice what's wrong, that they won't notice what's been passed. There you go. But I mean, still, what's the main goal? I mean, is the main goal to get people in a matrix-like state? Is that, I mean, do they want people to go in literal pods, or is it these, goggles that you'll wear to go into this fake la-la land? I mean, if God is real, get it, then, reality is degrading. So can they realistically get every one of us to go and take a fucking implant? I don't know. Well, I mean, look how quick people rolled over, not long ago. So
Would you do that though? Come on, man. Shit, you don't want to be like Neo in the Matrix?
But you don't have to. These people have the power where if they declared like a level 5 fucking biohazard, bam, there you go. The FEMA, CDC, everything will be basically given executive powers. A lot of people don't realize that the laws that are in place, if you go and look up, people laughed about it. Oh, the Pentagon went, or the CDC went and made a zombie plan about zombies in case they ever actually exist. But you people don't realize that, yes, they have certain plans for certain world ending, or, if we believe that they construct their scenarios, their own constructed scenarios where basically, they go and hide and let whatever happens on the surface happen. But that's a lark too, even though they put it right in your face. So, I mean, which one do you prefer? World War Z, I Am Legend, or 28 Days Later, or Walking Dead? I don't know. You tell me. I mean, what happened? Did your balls melt off? I mean, what will it take before you realize that, like, they obviously don't have our best intentions, and in every way possible, they're doing what they can to keep us in this little fixed position that everyone's in. A majority of people who get on YouTube do not have more than $500,000 in their bank account, except for the really rich people, like the rich YouTubers. Almost anyone who gets on YouTube is poor as fuck. I don't care what you say. You're poor if you're not a rich YouTuber or like just a billionaire.
This is the new plantation where we're all here mostly working for free.
There you go. But that's the same for everybody. But you see, they go and put people like I Show Speed up on YouTube going to some stupid game and gets millions of views and gets paid for it, so that way you can live through him.
Actually, it's funny. Like, it's kind of how I feel about Mr. Beast. Like, I don't have anything personal against Speed or whatever, but like, I really don't like watching that guy because, like, dude, he's been very well trained to like keep his mouth shut. I don't know if you noticed, but like,
yes, you can tell in his face. You can tell in his face and how his mannerisms are. He's very aware of what he says and does.
Yeah, he's very well trained. Like, someone's really spent a lot of time like getting that guy like PR friendly. Like,
but you see, that's the point. That's the point. When are people going to realize that basically everyone like us here right now are not scripted? It comes from the heart. It comes from our brains because we actually care about people. We want to see the world continue, even if there is a Jesus Christ and everything's going to happen. We still want good upon mankind. Where, I'm sorry, even the dude on the screen, a majority of the people that we critique, or I don't feel no genuine kind-heartedness from them. I hear nothing but a robot telling me this is how I should emote. I mean, that's all I hear when I hear the people that we are always critiquing, like Andrew and this guy or Jay Dyer or anyone, even JD Vance, all these people, Trump. Every time I look at someone who's exalted in a political scale, a financial scale, Bill Gates, et cetera, Stephen Hawking, it doesn't matter who you interact with in your daily life. You need to view and always pay attention to how a person says and speaks. It's not just the mannerisms. You can tell when someone is genuinely coming from the heart, when someone is at least caring about the subject that they're, for someone like me, pleading to the top of their lungs for people to listen to. You just don't hear no genuinity, and that's the biggest problem. You live in a world of so much fakeness that by the time the real thing happens, I just don't see how you're going to convince people to care about it. I hate to bring up the Matrix, but yeah, people are going to fight and defend this system. It doesn't matter how bad things get, just like Mr. Hyperborean and us we were talking about the other night about how running off to Greenland and people like us ain't allowed in the gates. Well, that's a LARP. Is it? Really, is it? I don't know. Well, it hasn't happened yet. It's like some people say, well, what's taking them so long? I don't know. But obviously, it's going there.
Let's go to the next clip arena, because I had some really interesting clips in here somewhere. If Machine is able or wanting to, I don't know if Machine's about to jump off here too. I don't know. I was hoping some more people would show up, but not that I mind. This is fun. This is fun to me. I'm just saying.
Nobody wants the real truth. Nobody wants to hear the real truth. Everybody wants to consume their sweet lies.
Yeah, I think I'll play some of this. I'll play some music, and then we'll play whatever you want to play. And then,
this is just more for anybody who wants to hang out.
I gotta step away. I gotta step away too for a minute.
You sound just good.
Having rape fantasies about guys, and the guys are like
what the fuck?
Freaked out by it. And most people that are saying all this stuff in my comments, they're all nonsense. They're bots. They're hired people by these rich people, these rich pedophiles. And if you're supporting Nick Fuentes and you're pretending like he's some good force and that I'm cancel culture or something, and I don't want to associate with you. I don't. I believe in cancel culture. I believe in disassociating from people I consider evil. There's this big misunderstanding that everybody who's been quote unquote canceled has to approve of and be around anyone, that you can't have any standards or guidelines. And I'm very, very snobbish. I'm very selective about who I associate with. And if you can't see what Nick Fuentes is and you're promoting him to the youth, I don't want anything to do with you. And it's not because I'm secretly a Jew or supporting. It's because you're supporting a pedophilic normalization campaign. And when you die, no one really knows what happens when we die, but I'm telling you right now, whatever it is, you're not going to want to be the guy that faces your maker when you didn't stand up for the kids. That's one thing we can all agree on. So fuck Nick Fuentes and fuck anybody that's not turning a blind eye to that shit. All right.
Yeah, it is very bizarre because he looks a little more dissociated than usual in this clip. So
if I'm being honest, from someone who knows what people look like when they're uncomfortable, he looks uncomfortable.
He looks scared.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to be talking about it.
I'm pretty sure somebody gave him a memo you need to make this video. Pretty much. Allegedly. That's my feeling on it. I can't prove that.
Yeah, obviously, nobody would make that type of a move unless they conferred with a larger group that they'd be protected in case they do go that route. And so they'd be like, all right, well, I'm going to go after the Groypers, make sure I'm protected.
Right, yeah, because most of the things that Owen Benjamin has said about Nick Fuentes has been negative, but it's been in a very comedic fashion. This is the most serious that I've seen. He said stuff similar to this before, but this one looks like there's no jokes. There's 3 jokes in this whole video, which in general is pretty rare for him, and he just looks to me, when I see him, the way he's behaving, he looks spooked, is the way I would describe it for sure. He looks like he's spooked a little bit. Because I think what he's thinking in the back of his head is like, if all these people are turning on him and throwing him under the bus, what would they do to me? You know what I mean? Because really, like, not much happened to him with all the stuff that he did. I mean, yes, he got thrown out of Hollywood XYZ, but for the most part, it seems that he's been pretty much left alone. You know what I mean? Other than like CPS stuff or whatever. But I mean, I'm just thinking like maybe in the back of his head is like, you know, what are these people willing to do to me if they're willing to like go this hardcore? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just a I thought it was really weird because I was listening to this and I was like, I mean, it's good points. I mean, it's kind of undeniable somewhat what he's saying. I mean, I don't fully agree with everything because I think there's one of these things like the plausible deniability on all this is like, you know, obviously this dude is untouchable to some degree because if he was touchable, he would have been fucked up a long time ago. Obviously, right? Like the feds could have put this dude in prison. So if they didn't do that, then what does that mean? Yeah.
I heard someone say they believe that the files are where the elites had all these people under them go and be filmed in compromised positions, so that way if they ever went against them, they could use it against them. And you know, the whole what's done in the dark will be brought to the light, and you know, allegedly now it's trying to come to light, and you know, people are squashing it now. That's why, you know, again, no one cares that the president that's being alleged in these files is still your president. So
Well, but see, this the thing is, and I said this to Pilliard earlier today too. Like, I think the biggest part of the psyop right now is like, let's put everything on Trump and pretend that like, okay, it's just Trump in the file. If we get JD Vance in there, he's a Thiel bro, but still, it's better than having a PDF file. Like, it really is kind of weird that they're just like pawning everything off like on Trump or whatever. Because it's like, obviously,
not
this is a
really.
lot
I mean,
bigger than
not
Trump,
really.
though.
Not really if he's just a fall guy, but you know, that's another LARP.
Well, but that's the thing is like, let's say that all the worst evidence that he was involved and all these other people, whatever. Like I think I said this to Machine the other day too. It's like all the blowback that'll come if they release that file is so much bigger. Like obviously, there's
Well,
probably
yeah,
going to be
because
like,
look, it's not just Trump, dude. Okay, so wow, he's in there, but what about all the other people in it? Are you, like I said about Ellen DeGeneres and all these other people? I mean,
well, think
are
about
you
it like
going to
this:
hold these people accountable? Are you going to go out there with your torches and pitchforks?
let's say that you had 50 of the Fortune 100 companies CEOs involved in this, and you're about to put all of them in prison. Those people would just crash the fucking stock market and burn it down on the way out.
Oh, what do you
Like,
mean? You mean like in Batman? What you're going to be like Harvey Dent, put 300 criminals on trial at once? Yeah, okay, whatever you say, Harvey Dent.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's like it's absurd. Like the government's not going to do that. And again, it might have nothing to do with the fact that they want to quote unquote protect pedos. It could be that they want to protect the United States from falling down. That's the whole point of the blackmail. The whole point of the blackmail was to basically be like, this system can't be messed with, right? That's the point of the blackmail. The blackmail is not to like, you know, do a revolution. It's to keep things as they are, right? And it seems that it's done just exactly that, right?
Yep.
So it's accomplished exactly what it was intended to do, right? Like, you know, you're not going to go over to Tel Aviv and start arresting people, or Berlin or London. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to do that. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, even if they could, they won't, because it's just too much risk. I mean, you know, it would make America look weak and all this. And again, I'm not saying this is exactly the reason. I'm just saying that like that's reason enough is all I'm saying, right? That's enough reason for them to do that.
But they've put enough evidence in your face of a reboot agenda. So I mean, eventually, wouldn't they not care that system just ends up, you know, crumbling anyway? I mean, I've seen plenty of evidence for a reboot.
Well, that's the thing is like it's you know, I hate to use the term, but it could be like Project Blue Balls. They'll just keep blue balling it for the next 20 years, and then finally, if there's enough pressure builds, you know, they'll go put 30 people in jail who are like rich, famous people, and then say, oh, okay, well now we've restored. You know, if they need to do that, they will. But the thing is, if they don't have to play that card, why would they play it, right? Like, if they need to do it, they can, right? But there's no need right now. Like, people aren't going to be able to do shit about it. So, like, what difference does it make, right?
Well,
People
yeah,
being
that's the point. Like, yeah, because you're keeping everyone so distracted by everything. I mean, and on one side of YouTube, half of it's about Epstein and Trump connection, and then the other half is about uh, what's going on with Gaza and Palestine and Israel. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, and to what degree
exactly.
can you sit here and say, well, like people want to say, like I said to someone the other day who was complaining about it, how can you sit here and say, well, I'm praying, I send prayers to the children in Gaza, as if, no offense to praying to God, but like as if those prayers in the moment is gonna, save a child if he's actually over there, if it's not fake, and even if it's real, how much of it is real, y'all? Come on, how much of this do you really believe it's actually happening because it's actually what you're being told to happen, and it's not being constructed to happen like everything else we know is constructed to happen? I mean, it's hard to keep up, dude, when you're dumped with really technically you have no truth to the information that you're given. You can only speculate,
Well,
reformulate.
that's what's funny about Brown's boy's comment is like everything is conjecture at this point. I mean, there's no way you're really going to be able to verify shit. Like
No,
this
there's
whole
not.
like Trump might not even be the president for all we fucking know. How would you know the
Oh
difference?
well, I mean, he's not, but
Yeah, I'm just saying it's like everything is
that's
basically
a stupid
conjecture in this
statement. I
internet.
mean, we all know that the people who are our delegates or our leaders of our countries are put there because they're put there. Come on now.
I mean, dude, literally, some of the people on the panelverse could technically be like AI, and we would never even know. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, like, how far do you want to take the whole conjecture idea? I think it's just funny. It's like, to me, it's a very funny concept. Like, this is all conjecture.
I
It's like,
think very far and few people who truly can understand what it means to be human can understand what a majority of things that are actually the biggest parts of what we talk about, especially if you can pick up on linguistics. If you've ever studied how people speak, how people speak certain ways and how they use certain words and how they speak a certain way, like the guy said about being joker build. You have to learn how to speak to people where even if they call you crazy, schizo, stupid, don't know nothing, that, you get them to kind of see that there is a part of the world that maybe that you claim you see, but it's a lot more deeper than even me. If there were some things that I was revealed about the truth of what goes on in this world, I'd probably would jump off a building simply because of the fact it would terrify me. There are things in this world that I don't need to know, but I think God has revealed enough through my years of existence of what I should know. Not every little dark deed that every man on the earth has ever done. I don't need to know every man's sin to know that you're looking at a lizard man in human skin or a sheep in wolf's clothing, as the Bible calls it, but you take your pick.
well, Dan Bongino got a good job after being found to be a lizard person as the Secret Service of Obama. So I guess it all works out.
Oh well,
And
but right, but
Brown's boy says that he's got tons of pews and that and other things ain't conjecture. I mean, is that supposed to be
Obama
is that
wasn't
supposed to be
Osama,
is that supposed to be a threat or something? I mean, what is the point of talking about
right? Welcome to the internet. We're living in a meme.
so what are we talking about that's so offensive that you got to talk about your guns or something? It's very interesting. Running a counterintelligence aid. I mean, it's like this is kind of funny. It's not a threat. Yeah, okay.
Super cringe. Told you, Morpheus is more real than you think. What is real?
You were saying conjecture. I am not. I mean, calling Talcott a counterintelligence agent is kind of conjecture because you're taking one quote he said and extrapolating out the way that you interpret it. So maybe you're right. I'm just saying that, like, I got long-term storable food. Well, that's not much faith, is it? If you have all that long-term storable food, that's not really showing much faith, is it?
Hey, Browns boy, do you not know how far radiation can penetrate the ground? So, I mean, yeah, I mean, they showed you the little video when they put the canned food back in the atomic blast, and oh, look, it came out safe enough to eat. Yeah, tell yourself that when it's dosed with 500 megatons of radiation.
I mean, you're the one talking about you're the one talking about your guns. I mean, why don't you come on the stream and show us your guns and show us the switch?
Radiation is for pussy. Yeah, say that to them in Fallout who turn into the green Shreks. I mean, I don't know about you, but you know. Well, that's right. But they're saying that they're not real now, so that doesn't matter, right?
Why don't you go meet Captain Counterintelligence Agent in DC and tell him about your guns?
Right? Ask Don Lemon about it. It's one big club and you ain't in it. I worship the
Yeah, it's
sun,
just
but I don't
funny.
pray
It's
to
just
it.
funny that like Browns boy wants to shit on everybody up here who actually like talks about shit, but then you know, I don't want to conjecture. You talk about conjecture every time you're on panels. So I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's whatever, dude. It's
Because
just funny.
that's
It's
what they
like
want.
he just feels the need to come and like start shit with us all the time. It's like
The people like
you
us,
act
the three
friendly.
people.
He acts friendly behind stage, and then when when we're actually up here doing something,
Yes.
he's just like talking shit. Of course.
Yes, because like Morpheus said, there will be those who fight to defend it. They don't have to just physically fight you or end your existence in order to fight you. They can literally be a verbal or now virtual resistance against you. Why do you think I call him a gatekeeper? And he sits here and larps about it. He's openly admits he's happy about it. I guarantee you the dude grins. I mean, it's just, again, you can tell when people's true intent is about
He's
caring.
probably jacking off like, oh, I got them pissed off.
But I don't have no hate on any humans. You know, even the people who are cultivating all the evil and horror in the world right now, you know, once you try to understand and transcend the human mind and understand God's plan, it's a lot more. That's why I do like the Tao where it sits here, if it, or maybe it's that, whatever it tells you to be still. You know, you really do have to be still in this world because as much as you put in action, dude, like if there's a God, you know, I'm telling you, the little tiny speck of time that you have now here on earth is nothing compared to the eternity that he wants to prepare you for. You know, again, if it's a LARP, it's a LARP, dude. But I'm gonna take that over Space Monkeys. So you know, your true character comes out by the end of the day on how you speak and how you portray yourself. And I can be many LARPs, I can be many masks, but at the end of the day, I genuinely care about every single human being, even those who make fun of me, call me names, want to cause me harm, make threats. I don't. You know, again, the Bible might be the biggest lie to some people, but I at a very young age come to the conclusion, dude, that humanity is always going to be evil, vile, and cruel. Even those who you love and care about, even your best friends.
Well, hold on, Chicken
That's
Little.
just
When's
how
the last
we
time
are.
you went in Talcott's chat and exposed him as a counterintelligence agent? I mean,
I've
you have
gone.
not done enough to wash away
There's
the
no
sins
point. There's
that
no
you've
point
committed.
because you know he knows the true God. Apparently, I've said things about Telcott. Every time that I've tried to talk about him, all he does is just call me a name and then say I don't know God. So what's the point?
I mean,
again, unfortunately, people like me don't get, the real reason why I don't bother building a YouTube on this stuff is because in reality, yeah, I may eventually get thousands of subscribers, but what's the point? Wow, I'll be another YouTuber who gets paid based on people if they view my content. But in reality, are we actually going to go out there and do anything about the devil in the rough? No, we're not. So we'll just sit here and get on YouTube and other platforms and watch the content and then just, say, oh, well, at least it's not me. That's the kind of world you're in. That's the kind of world they want you to be in. And as long as they continue having you in a world where you'll pull out a cell phone instead of applying pressure to the bullet wound, they got you. There you go. They want that kind of mentality. So when they sit here and say that Agent Smith is everyone and they are no one, they were being literal. even someone like us, someone who's been against that system for so long, if given enough pressure, could easily slip and slide on the banana peel and go right into what the Iron Maiden that they've created for us. So, I mean, it depends. Are you willing to truly, like Jesus Christ says, is it worth losing your soul to gain the world, or can you resist the world and everyone in it and still hold true to yourself? Yeah, you say that to $100 million hit your bank account. Are you willing to sell your butthole for it? I don't know. That's a LARP too, right?
That
Obviously,
sounds like a lot of That sounds like a lot of conjecture on your part.
oh, well, you know, I'm sorry I wasn't born rich like some people. Maybe I should have came out of Bill Gates' balls, assuming he has any. But I'm not the one trying to block out the sun or tell the population that we can reduce, you know, the population by, you know, a certain percentage. But again, you know, just keep sitting here going about your days pretending that there aren't people out here with enough financial and, you know, obviously lobotomy type power to get the masses to just basically lie down and let it happen. So, I mean,
Yeah. Well, I think what we should do is Browns Boy. Why don't you go on panel with Zetetic and Rose and all these other people? Go ahead and go on panel. We'll watch it from here and let's see.
That's right.
Let's see the conjecture.
Let's see the live psyoping.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's the point, Neurojack, is that you try to come from a place of caring about your fellow human beings, and you can't even get, allegedly, the human beings that you share this rock with to even care about themselves, let alone another person. That's why some people will openly admit that they'll trample over your child to save theirs. Whereas me is, you know, if I had a choice between saving your child and my child, I would sacrifice myself to try to save both children. At least in the attempt, I did my best. But you know, you're not a robot. You can't fucking, you know, prepare for everything. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, no. So let's see. So he's saying, I didn't know I was so deep in your minds, but yet you're in our comment section, just going on and on and on and on. So obviously you want some attention. So we just want to give the little baby some attention.
Oh, I wouldn't say he's in my mind. I just enjoy reflecting the devil back at himself.
Oh, bro, you're on panel being gatekept by chat. But what, I thought you were gonna go gatekeep Mr. Intelligence Agent. So why don't you go on over there and do that?
Gatekeep.
I mean, that's.
He's gonna gatekeep.
So you are gatekeeping, right? So okay. Now I have you on recording that you are gatekeeper. Okay. I mean.
Oh, he's Hagrid. Oh wait, no, wait, or is that Gamekeeper? Maybe I don't remember. Point is,
I want to LARP with you.
You have to learn to look past that shit, dude.
Where's the LARP? Where's the LARP at? Who are me? My name is not. My name is definitely not Jeffrey Epstein. Okay.
It's a LARP, but yeah, they've been putting futuristic cities and technology in your movies for a long time now. But yeah, they don't want you to go and live in an all-white building like the Imperials in the Andor series, right?
Yes, please, Browns Boy. Please come on panel and ruin everybody's jovial mood with your facts and everything.
He's Kim Jong-un from Team America. I'm so lonely. I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, well, Jeffrey Epstein is definitely lonely now because.
Oh, lonely in hell. Oh, that's right. He's probably on another island somewhere with a face change, or he probably doesn't even have to do that because no one can probably even get on the island. Assuming it's an island.
You on panels. Okay, so he's admitting that he's a gatekeeper now. Okay, so I guess we all need to start keeping files on every comment that Browns Boy has ever said and how he contradicts himself and how he conjectures about his theories about who is what and what is who and everything like that. I mean, he said a lot of conjecture about me, but it's okay when Browns Boy does it. Browns Boy is allowed to have conjecture.
Imagine trying to keep files on a professional LARPer.
Yeah, well, I hate to quote Jim Bob, but it's like when Jim Bob says, like, "Oh, we should really believe what liars say about themselves." If I can geek you, you're fucked. This is the point. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe that's your profession. Maybe you are a professional. I don't know. Could be. I just know that you want attention. So I mean, if you want attention, then I'll just give you attention, right? I mean, if baby cry, baby get milk.
Uh-oh. He's Homelander. Got a milk obsession. I need a glass of milk.
Milk, it doesn't mighty good.
Oh well, there you go. There's the point. See, you always
How
have
are
to
you gonna
deal
beat the
with it. So
Well, maybe you are the bad guy, Mr. Browns boy. Maybe that's why you want to interrupt what we're talking about and not enjoy. You see, you're here to not enjoy the conversation. You're not here to join the conversation. You're here to derail the conversation, right? And by the way, this is not even my channel. This is Machine's channel. So I guess you're here to get us off the panel or whatever, if you say so. I mean, I'm just taking your words at face value, Mr. Gatekeeper. You always be nice behind the scenes, and then you just want to come on and just like disrupt and talk shit and everything else. I mean, it's all. I
well,
mean, it's all
that's
good.
what they claim. That's what they claim I do. Apparently, I'm the problem. So I should go LARP elsewhere. Maybe I'll finally get them shekels. Maybe I'll finally get them shekels I complain about. If you can't beat them, join them, right?
Yeah, Browns boy, does coming on chats and just getting people's attention, does it give you a boner? Is that why you're doing this? Is this what gets your rocks off? Is that why you want to like deter the chatters of Talcott and turn them into chatters of Machine Lies? I mean, that sounds like a great idea. Get a bunch of people who've been totally psyoped by a quote unquote alleged counterintelligence agent and bring them over here. That sounds like a great idea. I mean, please keep this live up. I'm going to laugh for weeks. I mean, dude, it's whatever. It's obvious that something triggered you, and now you want to trigger other people, right? And then when they give you attention, you say, "Oh, look, I'm gatekeeping you because you're giving me attention." Well, that's what you want, right? You love attention. I'll try to join because this is hilarious. Yes, please come and grace us with your. I'm waiting.
Anyway, machine. I
Let's
hope you're
make
doing well
everything
today.
about. Hold on, no. Nobody else talk. Let's make everything about Browns boy. He needs attention.
Just showing love to my brown brother.
Ooh, baby.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling. I'm chicken boy.
So what's the plan? I guess we're just waiting for Browns boy to join. But yeah, I think I'll play some music in that much time, and maybe I'll move to the clip you want to play. What exactly clip? I mean, what exact clip was it?
It's whatever. I mean, honestly, I've been put in a bad mood by the gatekeeper in the chat, so my feelings are hurt.
You're a white man. You ain't allowed to have feelings, boy.
Well,
Well, Pilgrim, I guess it's time to show our guns on stream. That's what Browns boy wants to do. He wants to talk about his pew pews.
You should be seeking this knowledge to expose evil. That's something Christians are supposed to do.
We don't seek knowledge. That's Gnosticism.
Yes. All right. Tell us your non-conjecture knowledge, Mr. Browns boy. Okay, go ahead. You're here now, so please bless us with your non-conjecture. Baptize us in your non-conjecture.
I mean, we could.
Show us your guns that you say are not conjecture, since you want to talk about them in chat.
Nobody said guns.
Okay, let me go read this. Let me go read this. This chat. Let's see. You said.
Yeah. Well, let me know when it says guns.
You said pew pews. You said my pew pews are not conjecture, or something to that effect. Unless that,
Was you
unless
you
there's somebody
talking
else
about
using
your
your name.
sperm? Was you talking about your sperm, boy?
So are you trying to send more veiled
Dude, you ever
threats
been to church?
that you've done multiple times? You want to send more veiled threats now?
You ever been to church? They got
See, this is the reason why I stopped talking to you, because you like to send veiled threats to people and then pretend that you didn't do anything. So
I was talking
go ahead and
about
say
at church. There's
go
like a lot
ahead.
of
Hey,
pews.
go ahead and say your shit right now. Go ahead and threaten me right now. Go ahead. You're not a pussy, right? Go ahead and do it.
Bro, you're
Go
actually
ahead and
serious
do it.
about that, aren't you?
No, okay. So he doesn't want to threaten people. Okay.
You should be seeking this knowledge to expose evil. That's something Christians are
No,
supposed to do.
no, we don't seek knowledge. That's Gnosticism.
Don't be seeking that knowledge now, you hear?
Don't go down that road now, Shay. That's a Pet Cemetery line. But yeah, it's whatever, dude. I just don't understand. I mean, the dude is he's over here like barking at us for what? Like, what are we are we saying something that's conjecture? I mean, we're just looking at what other people are saying in the media. I don't know. Very interesting.
Remember, Neuro, I told you that I have a way of picking apart how the LARPs work and, put it right in people's face. And, it's like somehow the PSYOP is so deep. Either A, people are a part of it, or B, the PSYOP goes so deep that people will attack people like me who try to pick it apart like the people did about 9/11. But no one wanted to listen about that, and then it happened in your face, right? But it only, had 20, 30 years of, media talking about it. I mean, people just, again, the psyop of the Matrix, I hate to do it, is so deep that, people at a subconscious level will notice it and pick it apart. And they'll attack it until people won't pay attention. Then that's why people will call you names or, make fun of you. Or they allow you to do what, TML does, and it's only allowed to, reach a certain amount of people. Someone with TML's content, he should be reaching far more people than what I guarantee you YouTube probably allows him does. But, people like us get him shadow banned. No, I guarantee you he's shadow banned himself when he brings people that like he's brought on here before. But, little old, me or you talking about what we talk about, is what gets him shadow banned now.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's and again, it's just funny. And he's saying, why would I have to threaten you? It's like, well, I don't know. Why do you say things that basically seem like something someone would say to like protect themselves from liability when they threaten people? I don't know. I mean, you tell me.
Yes,
You were up here. You were up here.
tactic.
Yet you were up here. Yet you don't explain yourself. You just jump. You jump back off the panel. How do you know that comment was even towards you? Well, see you're just now you want to play dumb, right? So you want to employ the very.
He's pleading the fifth. He's pulling the whole I plead the fifth.
Why do you interpret? See, he plays these games where he says things that are obviously geared towards one person or another, and then he plays the like dumb act of like, well, how could you construe it to mean this? And now he's trying to like psychoanalyze somebody. I mean, so it's just funny. He does the very things that he's accusing other people of. I mean, it's just ironic, like you're using the very tactics that you're saying, oh, these people are NLP, or these people are playing word games, or these people are doing. It's like, go fuck off, dude.
Welcome to the Devil's LARP.
You're doing the exact same thing. So what are you? So are you being a hypocrite now, or what the fuck? I mean, it's retarded, dude. Bro, I thought higher of you than that. I don't give a fuck what you think. You're gay.
August.
Go hang out with Nick Fuentes. That's what your friend should be right now.
Is about the weirdest.
Why don't you go like troll somebody who matters?
None of it's all weird.
We have like I have like 3 viewers on my stream, and you're so worried about what I'm saying on a
It's
stream.
from wherever the fuck.
You're trying to gatekeep me, right? Makes a lot of sense.
Wait. Why is it? What is this? Why is it from April? It's
That's a little
That
strange.
was in my door this morning when I opened it.
Okay, hang on. That's a little strange.
My interpretation is incorrect. Oh wow.
It's even stranger.
Your interpretation is incorrect. Of course, somebody who's veil threatening people are going to say that after they, borderline or committing a crime online. I'm sure. Good idea.
So, all right, I'm gonna tell you about a weird coincidence. So, in our door this morning, I'm not gonna name the paper, but we got a newspaper, and it's not like our normal paper. Okay, and it says that it's dated for April 7th of this year. Okay, and it's weird. It's just a little weird how it's apparently a Muslim one. Dude, it literally says revealing the truth and exposing the synagogues of Satan. This was, and we don't subscribe to nothing. This was in our door this morning. That's weird. Oh, here you go. South African ambassador dismisses false anti-white land grab propaganda. Uh-oh. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't subscribe to nothing, and it's just in my door. You can't have peace without removing the peace breaker. The Calamity by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Fall of America. Let's see. A problem in the West only Allah could solve. Uh-oh. I think they're trying to get to me, y'all. By the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, Farrakhan, you got it.
Farrakhan or something like that. Let's see. Oh, it's got what's his name in it? He's that famous black preacher. Yeah. What's his name? Yeah, Lewis. And the meaning of Easter. Oh, okay. Let's see what else it's got. Oh, they put a solar eclipse putting right in your face like the iPad Goat video. Oh, it's got a bunch of Muslims listening to a sermon about Jesus. I doubt that one, but okay. The last 10 nights of Ramadan. Where the hell did this come from, dude? Islam is entire submission to Allah. Tamika Mallory delivers stirring call to action of Saint Sabina, for Women's History Month. Like, I have no clue where this thing came from. It's so weird. It's obviously a Muslim magazine. Environmental warfare. Uh-oh. It literally is like a propaganda book. The Muslim program. Uh-oh. Should I keep reading this? It literally says what the Muslim want.
Yeah, let's read it. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Oh boy. This is the question.
Just to clarify, this is a Nation of Islam propaganda.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Which is basically like Freemasonic Islam.
I'm going to tell you all this. It came out of literally nowhere.
UFO, basically like a Freemasonic UFO cult Islam, basically.
Yeah. All right. So it says this is the question asked most frequently by both the whites and the blacks. The answer to this question I shall state as simply as possible. We want freedom. We want a full and complete freedom. We want justice, equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, regardless of the creed or class or color. This is kind of creepy that this came out of nowhere. We want equality of opportunity. We want equal membership in society with the best in civilized society. We want our people in America whose parents or grandparents were descendants from slaves to be allowed to establish a separate state of territory of their own, either on this continent or elsewhere. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to provide such land that the area must be fertile and minerally rich. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to maintain and supply our needs in this separate territory for the next 20 to 25 years until we are able to produce and supply our own needs. I have a feeling that someone put this in my door on purpose. Since we cannot get along with them in peace and equality after giving them 400 years of our sweat and blood, receiving in our some of the worst treatment human beings have ever received, we believed our contributions to this land and suffering forced upon by us, white America, justifies our demand for complete separation and a state or territory of our own. We want freedom for all believers of Islam now held in federal prisons. We want freedom for all black men and women now under death sentence in innumerable prisons in the North as well as the South.
This
We
is
want
ridiculous, then.
we this is true. I'll send you the pictures later in Discord. We want every black man and woman to have freedom to accept or reject being separated from the slave master's children and establish a land of their own. We know that the above plan for the solution of the black and white conflict is the best and only answer to the problem between two people. We want an immediate end to the police brutality and mob attacks against the so-called Negro throughout the United States. We believe that the federal government should intercede to see that black men and women tried in white courts receive justice in accordance with the laws of the land, or allow us to build a new nation for ourselves dedicated to justice, freedom, and liberty. As long as we are not allowed to establish, as long as we are not allowed to establish a state or territory of our own, we demand not only equal justice under the laws of the United States, but equal employment opportunities and big bold letters now. We do not believe that after 400 years of free or nearly We do not believe that after 400 years of free or nearly free labor, sweat, and blood, which has helped America become rich and powerful, that so many thousands of black people should have to subsist on relief, charity, or live in poor houses. We want the government of the United States to exempt our people from all taxation as long as we are deprived of equal justice under the laws of the land. We want equal education, but separate schools up to 16 for boys and 18 for girls on the condition that the girls be sent to women colleges and universities. We want all black children educated, taught, and trained by their own teachers. Under such schooling systems, we believe we will make a better nation of people. The United States government should provide free, all necessary textbooks and equipment, all schools and college buildings. The Muslim teachers shall be left free to teach and train their people in the way of righteousness, decency, and self-respect. We believe that intermarriage or race mixing should be prohibited. We want.
Okay.
So it's only racist if the white man says it.
But
We
see, here,
want the.
well, first of all, that's the thing is like all the people that they're talking to that are black are about 20 to 30% white. So too late.
Yeah. We want the religion of Islam taught without hindrance or suppression. That these are some of the things that we, the Muslims, want for our people in North America. And then it says what the Muslims believe, and it's got a whole nother thing, and that's up to you. Or y'all, I'm sorry. I mean, it goes on. If you want me to, I mean, that I don't know. This literally came out of nowhere, so this is strange.
That sounds like some fucking like incitement to like violence kind of shit to me. It's like it's very
If
interesting.
I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure someone in my neighborhood put it on here. So.
Well, I'm saying like I think you said you live in like a predominantly like not white area, right? So it's interesting. Like if they're just dropping it on everybody's door or whatever, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to me. It's like why would you go around and like? I mean, I guess it's like a cult or something, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
Well, I can tell you that again. I'm going to tell you that the psyops run deep, and this whole race bait thing that they're trying to do for everyone, they want everyone, and I mean they want everyone
I know.
to be a part of it.
But like the way that they're saying this language is very interesting. It's like it's literally like helter skelter. Like let's like anybody who's on death row, just because they're black, we want them to have freedom. It's like dude, like okay, so if someone went and like R'd and M'd a bunch of 40 kids, okay, well they're black, so let's get them out of prison. I mean, it's retarded. That's why I was laughing earlier. It's like Freddy Krueger is in prison, but he's black. Let's get him out of prison. I mean, it's like, come on, dude.
Well, you see, but there you go. But this thing is in a newspaper form, so what does that tell you? That they have the means to mass produce this. So how is this any different than all the other bad propaganda that people complain about?
Sounds
See, there
like
you go.
Hey, that sounds like conjecture to me.
Oh well. Oh, it's very eerie timing. I'm not shaking in my space boots, but I don't believe in coincidences. Like I've made it very clear. So
Well, maybe Brown's boy is trying to psyop you, so he went and dropped off a
I mean, you
newsletter.
never know. Just know that I know plenty of police officers in my city because I'm not afraid to talk to them. So
they're Freemasons.
Oh, that's right. That's why most of them have owl tattoos with triangles on their arms.
There you go.
But they're just off-duty security guards most of the time that harass you.
Hey, they could just be really big fans of Harry Potter, for all you know.
Yeah. Anyway, no, it's very interesting. On the back it says, "Repent, for the kingdom of God is at hand," and then it says, "Honorable Minister Lewis." So Luis, whatever his name is. So I don't know. It's very interesting. I'm pretty sure it was dropped on my door for a good reason. But I mean, again, the psyop is real.
So how do you think they would react if you came to their little place and met with them, even though you're a white boy?
I don't know. As someone who has been put in some very precarious situations where if it wasn't the protection of God or that I'm just a very humble, kind person, let's just put it this way. I don't know why the people didn't kill me when they wanted to, but if I showed up and was very respectful and just wanted to speak, I mean, I might walk out, but unfortunately, not everyone has the same mentality as me. So I guess you never know, right? Roll the dice. I don't know. It doesn't bother me any. Again, I believe in God, and obviously the stuff that's happening around in the
That's
world.
right. You need to have faith. You need to show your faith by don't talk about anything negative that's ever happened, because if you do, that means you don't have faith in God.
That's right. I've already come to that conclusion. I've told people that. I'd rather sit here and just sit back and let everything happen and just say, I told you so. Why sit here and bother with a world of people who, like this, drop something off on your door to try to make me feel bad for being a white boy? I mean, come on now. I'm done with Earth, dude. The only reason I'm still living
I think
is
we have a
because,
special guest who's. Hey, listen.
dropped a bomb
I
on
think
us.
we have a special guest who's both a person of color and also a woman. So you need to be quiet and let the
Oh, that's
brown
right.
person talk, the brown woman talk. Anna Perna, welcome.
Yeah, I didn't want that kind of welcome shit. What the heck was that?
Well, I'm trying to follow the
California
advice of.
welcome.
I'm trying to follow the advice of Brown's boy and learn how to breathe better and also listen. So that's what I'm trying. Particularly to women of color.
Don't do it. Turn back now. You still have hope.
Come on, that was a nice warm welcome by Jeffrey Epstein.
Why does he look Asian?
He just got really, really high.
I just wanted to say hi to y'all. That's all. I'm not here to exposit any hitherto unforeseen wisdom.
Some unseen warfare.
Yeah, blessings.
Yeah, welcome. I'm glad to hear from you. I haven't heard from you in a while, so it's good to hear. Good to hear you're around. And I'm a little bit embarrassed because we were making some
Y'all were
bad
being
jokes
so
there.
weird. I was quiet because I wanted to see how bad you would go. And like the baby noises and stuff was too much.
Where's the baby? Who made baby noises?
Well, it wasn't really a baby sound. It sounded like that movie, The Silence of the Lambs. The guy that's like a transvestite that kidnaps girls. And he's like, oh, it gets the hose or something, like if it doesn't put it on. You're making that voice.
The one. Well, I don't think I've ever been compared to Buffalo Bill, but I do appreciate it. I mean, perhaps I could have a good job as a LARPer for Jack Talcott at some point.
I can't believe you remember the criminal's name. Is it like a real thing? I never knew if those movies are based on real life.
Well, I don't know. I think for Buffalo Bill, he's I don't I know I think that's his name in the movie, but I think one of these racist people I watch on Twitter, whenever they see a transgender person, they call them Buffalo Bill. So
I get it.
so that's why I remember. That's why I remember because I don't remember really watching that movie, but I've seen a lot of people use the reference. So.
Yeah, especially because of that voice he makes. Especially when you were saying like something about like the baby has to get milk or something.
Yeah. Baby got to get milk.
Very bad. I'm very disappointed. Very bad. Mm-mm. Oh God.
Yeah, I could take it farther, but I won't do that. I don't want to.
Do it.
I don't want to
Sorry,
disturb the.
guys. I shouldn't even be laughing.
I don't want to disturb the balance of the force over here. So, bring us some light and wisdom from the ancients, please.
Reddington is gonna do that. Hey, Red.
Yeah, bring back Clippy. We want Clippy.
But Clippy ain't from the ancients.
Oh, Neuro, I wanted to tell you that the thing also says, hang on. Oh, what has been known as America is threatened today with total destruction. America is destroying herself in her effort to destroy her black slave.
Well, what's funny is like, if they think that America was built by Luciferian Freemasons, and they're like, we need to save it.
It says right under, and then right underneath it, it says the water and air of America are being polluted by chemobacteriologists. I guess I said that right. Chemobacteriologists, something like that. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like conjecture to me. So obviously it's a problem.
America's scientists of war conduct dreadful experiments on how best to kill human beings, allegedly by the millions and wipe out life of whole continents. Allegedly. These are the days of fulfillment of prophecy of not one, but of many calamities.
Ruh-roh.
So that type of propaganda is allowed. Okay.
Like, give me the phone number. I want to call them up and see if I can join.
They already got.
You want me
like
to?
They already got bacteria-based nanomachines and shit.
I don't know. It's just very strange how it came out of nowhere, but whatever. I guess we'll all find out, right?
What's on the minds of Annapurna and Lone Puppy Dog over here? I want to know the score because we've already been talking and we're tired.
Well, then fires the missiles.
Yeah.
Zibanga Buster.
Can y'all
This
talk?
map is very
What
exhausting, yeah.
missile? What missile did you mention?
Say what?
Did Reddington say a missile or something like that? What did he say?
Fires the missiles.
Are you
Did you
saying
take
it
it?
with like an accent?
Reddington,
It's
did
a
you?
really horrible French accent.
I thought it was gonna be a German accent.
Fire the missile. Okay, I get it.
I thought it was gonna be a German accent.
No. I guess you didn't see the old video.
Or maybe Austrian accent.
I forget what it was even called.
Reddington, have you taken any oaths for the military or postal office anytime recently?
No.
We believe that the offer of integration is hypocritical and is made by those who are trying to deceive the black peoples into believing that their 400-year-old open enemies of freedom, justice, and equality are of all of a sudden their friends. But I have a black friend who is my black brother for like 13, 14 years. I guess I'm racist. Anyway, furthermore, we believe that such deception is intended to prevent black people from realizing that the time in history has arrived for the separation from the whites of this nation.
See, what's interesting is they don't name them. That's what's interesting.
Is this some kind of pamphlet or something?
If the white people are truthful about their professed friendship toward the so-called Negro, they can prove it by dividing up America with their slaves. Okay, we do not believe that America will ever be able to furnish enough jobs for her own millions of unemployed, in addition to jobs for the 20 million black people as well. I guess, yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm a dumb white boy. Black people as well. We believe that we who declare ourselves to be righteous Muslims should not participate in wars which would take the lives of humans. We do not believe this nation should force us to take part in such wars, for we have nothing to gain from it unless America agrees to give us the necessary territory wherein we may have something to fight for. It sounds a lot like Muhammad Ali. We believe our women should be respected and protected as the women of other nationalities are respected and protected. And that's pretty much it. Wait. We believe that Allah, quotations God, appeared in the person of Master W. Fard Muhammad, July 1930, the long-awaited Messiah of the Christians and the Mahdi of the Muslims. We believe further and lastly that Allah is God, and besides him there is no God, and he will bring about a universal government of peace wherein we all can live in peace together, and that is the end. Woo!
The universal government.
I don't know. There you go. It's all a LARP and you ain't in it. Unless you choose to be or you're rich enough to be. I don't know. There you go. That's the only thing really interesting in there. There's a few other articles about things that happen to like black communities and stuff like that, but I mean, you know, it don't bother me. We're all humans who bleed red, so that's all that matters to me. Allegedly, some of y'all might be reptilians. I don't know. What's next?
Well, I started this show for Neuro, Jack, and considering that he's fell out, I think I'll conclude this show.
Sounds good.
But yeah, blessings to all the people.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah, of course. It was great to be here with you. And I mean, of course, we will be live tomorrow on the Machine Lives for the 5 people that are viewing this stream. Thank you for your companionship this evening. Would you guys like to say anything to these people? These 5 heads?
I was asked to come LARP. I feel like I did it. So blessings, bro.
Excellent.
Glad that we all got another day here on this planetoid.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is
Blessings,
one for
man.
the books. For sure. Excellent.
Got your fixin' and your larpins.
That's right. I had to get that, chemical flowing. So
mashed potatoes with your mac and cheese.
No, I honestly feel accomplished because I
here you
know
go.
that I won't never give up. That's the main thing I can say is that I'll never stop LARPing for the cause.
All
I
right.
believe it.
He's frozen backstage.
All right, y'all. I'm dropping out.
Easy.
Take care, Chicken Little.
Yeah, Neuro. You're not connecting backstage there, but yeah, if you want to come back.
He's like in a dead zone or something, probably.
Yeah, he might be.
Which
I don't
is
know how
kind
long
of weird for.
Yeah.
You think there wouldn't be any dead zones in San Fran?
Yeah, because he said he wanted to go for about 2 hours. He only has like 2 hours or something like that. So I'm considering that he's done anyways.
Oh,
and then
this
he was
is 3
yeah.
hours.
Yeah, this is a 3-hour one. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's ask him live on the internet. Think about here, shutting it down here. Get her down!
Yeah, sorry if you guys were talking to me, I didn't hear you. I just now able to hear you guys. Bye-bye.
Satramone.
Yeah, I'm saying, what do you say? We shut it down here.
Oh man, just when the LARP is getting good.
So when the LARP is hot.
The
Yeah, we
LARP
got a strike
master
when the
has
LARP is hot.
retired for the night.
It's up to you. If you, I mean,
Yeah,
people
let's start
want
one
to talk,
tomorrow.
then
If you...
we'll talk. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can always chat privately. You know, we don't have to do it on here.
Oh man, it's always fun to record Zoom calls and.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any particular direction you'd like to go in.
It's up to you guys. I mean, if you want to do a little review of something, that's fine. If everybody's tired, then we can just shut her down and we'll
Yeah,
do
I did.
another one.
Yeah, I did
I'm
one
gonna be busy
earlier
in
too.
about
So
30 minutes or so. 30 minutes an hour. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I did one earlier too. So I kind of want people to more focus on that. And yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I understand. So yeah, I appreciate you indulging us here. It's pretty
Yeah, of
fun, man.
course. Yeah, of course. And
But
I mean, yeah, if you want to do one during the day tomorrow, let me know. We can start one up.
yeah, I might be able to. I might start one in Discord, so that way it's just easier and people can. Just,
Only
like,
if you go hike for at least 20 minutes.
Oh, I will be for sure. I'm definitely going to be hiking for at least an hour tomorrow. Yeah, but I
Like, for
probably
real?
won't be able to. If I do it on Discord, I won't be able to talk. So it'll just be like you guys talking and sharing and whatever you want.
That's weird.
We'll see. Because
You recorded those streams on YouTube through the Discord.
Yeah, if you use Streamlabs, you can use Discord. But the thing is, like, if you use Discord on your computer and then you try to add yourself from the phone, it disconnects it on the computer, so then it stops recording.
Right.
So that's the problem.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's the reason why I can't really.
But seriously, are you gonna go hike tomorrow?
I hike every day, basically, almost every day.
Sweet.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to start this show up anytime, just let me know and we can just continue this show.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I just really want us to get in the habit. Like, if everybody does like an hour a day, on average, you know, even if it's like not consistent, I think that's good. At least we all have like something going, and then people can come and have something to watch other than like, you know, a Talcott or whatever else is on. I don't even know what other shows are on right now, but
I mean, you have a point there.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the main thing. Is just give people things to like engage with. It's mostly for people who want to actually participate, because I don't really like to watch a lot of shows anymore. Really, it's like, for me, this is more just for like us. And if somebody wants to join, then that's good. But I mean, if somebody wants to watch, that's good. But it's more just for us to like bounce ideas and shit. But yeah.
Yeah, it would be good to like. Yeah, it'd be good to build up this channel as well, because I noticed like this channel's not really growing at all. It's like stuck at like 160. And yeah, so maybe I have to just start going live with this channel. So that might be a move as well. But I don't know.
Yeah, and yeah, I think, you know, the presentation you did earlier was good too. So, you know, but I definitely know that like a lot of times, like I was trying to join, wasn't able to join till late. But I know a lot of times people get to think on it and then they want to engage on the idea separately. So I think it's kind of good. Like you have like one show that's like lecture, and then you have another show that's like analyzing the material, or, you know, like what we did today is like kind of looking at how, like, you know, the psyopers kind of like feud with each other or something. I don't know.
It's so stale, you know. This whole.
Say what?
It just feels stale. Not any one of you in particular, just the dynamic.
just the whole panel verse, quote unquote.
Because
It's just
like
kind of lame.
it's so obviously rigged.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like it's like the format kind of sucks. You know what I mean? I think that's the thing is like I'm trying to like kill the format. It's kind of like the Sex Pistols, right? Like the Sex Pistols basically invented punk, but if you ask the guy who started the Sex Pistols, he's like, I was trying to kill rock music. So it's like, in a sense, that's kind of what I want to do. Is like, let's just kill this thing. Get her deals.
Yeah, you're totally roboting. But yeah.
Breaking up, dude.
Shit.
Hopefully he didn't drop his phone. I don't know what that noise was.
Y'all are aware that it's also like the like people would just rather like use AI to tell them what a video is saying rather than listen to it, or like that's already a thing. Y'all know about that, right?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
Like not
Or
watching
definitely
videos.
books for sure. 100%.
Yeah, but like machine, like if a video of yours is up or mine, they'll just feed it. I mean, you don't even have to feed it. It's I think it's built into YouTube now. And then it gives like AI summaries of the comments too, and like what like the timed comments also, like AI summaries are given.
Yeah, good luck.
Hmm.
And because
Good lord.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of notations on my show there. And so yeah, rifling through like
No, well, it misses a large chunk of everything, and those summaries don't get the gist of almost anything. You know, if you like, I used that for a couple of meetings, and on Zoom, and then I had taken notes in the same meeting, and like our notes did not match up at all.
right.
So it yeah. So I think it's like the whole reason I had brought that up is I just think that people are turning away from any sort of research at all.
They definitely do that in Adobe. Like I'll open a book in Adobe, and like at the top it'll be like this blue strip where it says, "Oh, this book is way too long. You want to have it summarized?" I'm
Right.
like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, and it's like they're using AI for like to even like answer interview questions at a job interview and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like a outsourcing of the thinking or something like that.
100% outsourcing. Yep.
So
I mean,
they
that
have
concept in
started to
itself
retard.
isn't.
They've started to retard people. Like they have started to retard themselves in a brain scan, like of a frontal lobe.
The
They did
prefrontal cortex, yeah.
They did this. They did a recent study at the University of San Diego, I believe. I might be wrong, but it was a California university, one of the big ones that did the study. And the only criticism was that, oh, the sample size is too small. So, I mean, you know, I would still, I guess, like if you were gonna use studies to inform your judgment, that seems like a pretty good one to use. But yeah. Yeah, so I said all that to because in response to what TML said about his channel not growing, the new one, the Cyber Caliphate. Like the one thing, on the one hand, it's all rigged, and on the other hand, like people are taking the bait, sadly and quickly. Yeah, pretty bleak. Sorry to bring that note in.
Yeah, but on the whole, it's not so bad. Because as we've actually noted, right, we've seen a lot of material that we cover end up on different
Certainly, yeah. Big name guys, yeah.
big name guys or something like that. So but they all have to then adjust the narrative, right? So then
They
what
dumb
I
it
think
down.
yeah, so what I think is happening is that as like people get matched up in the algorithm, the information spreads and that changes the narrative. And also have not been doing this for that long. Not as long as any of these other people that are out here. Right? They've been out here since before the C19 stuff.
Yep.
Right. So we were here considerably after that. And they were here much before that happened.
Right.
I mean, so that's the thing, is like it was like they were already online and doing a bunch of stuff. I barely got like a little small microphone together and just started thinking of something to do very recently. So I mean, so yeah, I mean considerably. I mean, I just haven't been doing this for that long. So yeah, as we get more people involved, I mean, and already we have a considerable group of people just for doing this for a year. So yeah, I think it'll be pretty good. And I mean, I'm talking about doing it seriously for like a year, right? Where I actually started refining the content and the presentations and all that type of stuff, and started having like interludes and the show and like little stuff, where I started making the type of show that I thought I could do for a very long time, right? So yeah, so that's where I'm at now. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Definitely, I don't know if there's like any book length presentation of Alul's Technological Society available online, or the Tao Te Ching, or different translations of that, or comparable material to what we have presented. I really don't think it's
Yeah,
there.
certainly not to knock your show at all. It was more like the gamification of how
Oh yeah,
your
yeah,
talk
but
can gain millions, on your channel.
yeah,
That
but I
they
think
post them on bigger channels. Even so, like it doesn't all work out like they think it will. Like you're saying, the narrative is influenced and things come to light, and a
yeah,
lot of
like that.
people do change.
Yeah, like I've never gotten like as many views on the video as the Panel Verse Presents put the debate up there, right? And that has 6K views on there. Right, so who knows who of 6,000 people actually watched that watched that debate? And this dude's on the news and all these different channels, right? So it's pretty obvious that one of those 6,000 people is probably pretty significant, and so I mean the ideas have spread possibly to many more people than we've counted, right? So yeah.
Hopefully.
So yeah, so you can't put so the damage is done. I mean, so yeah, the virus has spread. I mean, so it's only a matter of time now. I mean, so this is the thing. But yeah, I get what you're saying in terms of the gamification and the obstacles. But I think that's part of the because you could use the gamification against like for example, popularize certain views so that other people will steal those ideas, and use them, right? They might make a monetary benefit off of those ideas, right? But you make a benefit in terms of people understanding where you're coming from the next time you open your mouth and say something about an idea. right? Everybody will know what you're talking about because hundreds of people have said it, right? But you're the one who actually knows about it. So yeah, I perceive a great benefit to.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, you change the narrative. You keep people honest by doing that, right? And yeah, that's part of the game. But yeah, yeah, because you force them to address certain issues. See, that's the key thing. Is that if you bring certain things to light and you're the only one that's covering it, then they don't want it. They don't want that to be the case. So then they're forced to address it, right? Then you change the narrative just by forcing people to do that, right? Put their own spin on it, even though they're styling it in their own worldview.
Yeah, and at the same time, they're styling it so that when you say it, you sound like a conspiracy theorist or whatever. That's supposed to be the
Yeah,
alarm bell that goes off in the head of the uninformed.
Yeah, but also them taking the ideas and restyling it on their own through a truncated worldview that doesn't support those ideas correctly. That's also deficient.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's like, yeah, you could morph and twist all you want.
I mean, all it
Right?
takes is a one critical thinker to topple their
Right.
the shaky argument. I mean, because even the whole MAGA, all these people came from like Dick Cheney era. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you can't all of a sudden act like you were anti-establishment this whole time. And you're all boomers that were Republicans. So, like, you voted for like Vietnam, right? So I don't fucking know. How they posture, like, or how people even buy. And a lot of people don't. They don't buy the posturing. But it's more and more disconnected because or more and more transparent how disconnected it is. Like you're saying, like if it's like you get like these obvious shills to start like talking about these topics, it exposes them, at least to those who have the eyes to see and ears to hear, so to speak. But if you have a discernment, then you start to see the same people don't reflect the values. I mean, it happens to a degree with Bollywood in India, because now the podcasting fever caught on in India, and every Bollywood celebrity is like on somebody's podcast that's trying to get big, or because they're trying to stay relevant. And the hypocrisy is kind of coming through, and obviously their topics are filtered out from the popular topics of the United States. So it's an interesting like chain of events. But you can see people like don't buy it. And a lot of people, it's interesting to see like hardcore like Indian Desi people who don't buy Narendra Modi's stick of he's all this, he's grandstanding all the time. He's making India great and a superpower and all that. Yeah. Anyway, but like the more fringe or whatever fringe, quote unquote fringe, you get them to accept and confront, then there's something there. There's a glaring gap. And people get revealed and unmasked by it. So that's something I hadn't considered before. And I certainly agree that it has value. So I appreciate you sharing that perspective. Yeah, it is important to me.
Yeah, and a lot of those, like that pamphlet is actually pretty insane in terms of the depth of it. Like this guy, in the pamphlet I sent you, he's quoting Louis Mumford, and he's talking about like Annie Besant and Malthus and population control, and then he's also talking about Bertrand Russell. So he gets pretty deep into that, and that's just like in the first like 40 pages or so, and they're very short pages. And I was like, whoa, this is pretty deep level analysis. I don't know what else is in
Right.
it, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
pretty
and
wild.
most of those points are hard hitting.
Yeah, and then
Now, was he involved with the Muslim League? That's what I wanted to ask
yeah,
you. He was.
no, he was against them.
He was against. So
Yeah, he was.
then his views
Yeah,
match up. What his writing he matches up.
yeah, he was. Yeah, he's like. Here, let me see what's going on here.
Because the
Okay.
Muslim League is akin to the Nation of Islam in India, I think. That would be the perfect allegory.
Yeah, I mean it's modern Islam for sure. You know what I mean, right? But the people who started Islam were part of the Muslim League. You know? And then, the people who started,
Pakistan.
yeah, Pakistan, yeah, we're part of the Muslim League. I mean, and yeah, so like I think Dr. Iqbal, Dr. Muhammad Iqbal,
Right.
right, and all those people, but they were sort of like westernized, right?
Right.
So, I mean,
I think they might have known about the
yeah, this guy he started
like
Jamaat
the
Islamia.
Quran.
Yeah, it's called Jamaat Islamia. It's like a radical, like it's they're basically seen as like Muslim fundamentalists, right? So so in like
In Pakistan?
yeah, like over there back home, they kind of laugh at these guys, and because they see them as like religious fundamentalists, right? But when I see their foundational views, I'm like, these religious fundamentalists are a lot more sensible than you guys, right? That are like,
Mhm.
you know, we think that the parliamentary system is a replacement for Sharia law,
Mm. Mm.
right? That's some of their views, right? So yeah, it's pretty
But
interesting.
that's a liberal parties in Pakistan, I bet. Is it a
Yeah,
two-party system or
the
multi?
people that started, like Pakistan and India, and they're basically liberals.
They're liberal, definitely. But they had the map all along. Before the creation of the Muslim League, the map of Pakistan was already handed down by the British. And everything was engineered around that map, getting the people to divide. I mean, it's not a joke. Overnight, suddenly a line is drawn through walls of homes and
Yeah,
libraries.
Lord Mountbatten, and yeah,
Oh, that asshole. Yeah, he was a real asshole, real piece of work. If he did all the things they said he did. But yeah, what a crazy thing. And it's one of the richest cultural hotspots also of that area. So what a shame. Also religious hotspot and pilgrimage. But anyway, the Muslim League also is like a I don't know how to say it, but it's like they have this narrative about Muslims in India that is akin to blacks in America right now, like Black Lives Matter type rhetoric, or what Chicken Little was reading from the pamphlet. And like they should rise up and take power, whatever, So it's all very interesting, and it's like we're more oppressed, so we can, kill India or whatever. Which whatever. But it's almost word for word parallel. Okay, I'll shut up.
yeah, it's fascinating. Okay. I was like, what happened?
Hey, can you guys hear me? Okay,
Yeah, we can hear
my sound wasn't working before. That's why I dropped off. I had to go fix it.
Yeah, it seemed like.
Yeah, I
something
was
went
going to say shout out to Anna. I haven't seen you in a long time. Nice talking to you. Girl.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. You're always one of my favorites back in the old panel days, so nice to see you.
Good to see you too, man. How's it going? I was listening a little bit when y'all were on earlier too. You were on this panel earlier, weren't you? Today?
Yeah, at the beginning, but I had to go take care of family stuff, so.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. That's actually why I joined. I was like, oh, Chris is here. Yeah, I hope family's
what are you guys
doing
talking
well.
about?
Muslim League stuff, but no, actually TMO's review, right? Of that text.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you heard it yet, Chris, but yeah, it's a pretty hard hitter.
I haven't. No, I just literally just hopped on. I just got the kids to bed, so. Go ahead and keep discussing. I'll figure out what's going on as it goes on.
Well, I was actually getting ready to shut this down.
All right. Well, then
Yeah,
that case.
Do
it.
So I deeply apologize to you, but yeah, I had already said that before. But
No, I believe you. I just hopped back on to see when it's still here. I kind of expected like I kind of figured I was going to get here and be like the stream ended. So I just want to see if anybody's still on. I don't have the YouTube link, so I didn't even know to check it otherwise.
Yeah, I did a show earlier because I got like duped out by this like maintenance. This is like they're gonna come and do something with the internet. So I started my show early, and then Neurojack wanted to do the show. So then I went live to cover like news items and stuff. So I told him that we'll have to start this later because I'm getting a little bit antsy sitting around on the computer, for so long. Actually, how long is it? Yeah, like 5 hours now. And tomorrow we will be sitting here for 6 hours again, at least. So
no worries. I'm with you. I'll head to bed then. It's nice to say hi to Anna and Reddington though.
Yeah, blessings to Anna. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, man.
I'll see you guys in Discord.
Yeah, peace, Chris.
Easy.
And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with a show. Different topics. Than we did today on the Tuesday show on the Machine Lies. But yeah, we're gonna be coming back with Neurojack. He ran out of StreamYard time, so we're doing Neurojack shows on Cyber Caliphate. It is what it is. But yeah, blessings to all the people. Reddington, you got anything to say to these people?
I just think it's funny how it's like, oh, we need to do more streams, and I'm here like, we need to do less streams.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel overextended.
Let the interwebs steal your soul.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's some of that going on for sure. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. And we'll be back tomorrow. Lots of different things to discuss. So see you guys then. Let me find some songs for you guys.
Try not to often speak on subject. Unusual suspect, revenge I must get. Vengeance is mine, which make me heartless. Department of Justice would love to bust us. Bang hard, get jacked by gang squad, so we keep it on the low, make us untouchable. Hard hitting when my man starts spitting. We raw dog, you kitten. Don't take orders, try harder. Cause I got friends that's down for murder. Roll deep, walking restaurant, pull you out your seat. Take you out back, crack back till task complete. Beat to death. Assassins disguised as waiters. Mad Child, Darth Vader, and the Cape Crusader. Top that, Barracuda, Black Panther, and Bobcat. Anger management and unlimited guns. Natural born killers are the primitive ones.
Cause the spots is hot. A lot of shots bust, but I can't get got. And niggas wanna pop up, forget me not. Yo, I bust 2 shots, see y'all can't stop falling members. Yo, duck down, I fuck down, I don't give a fuck now. What's up now? The rock sound, I'm up in the club now. Touchdown, I bust down rocks with my rough style. Run around and fuck around, get lost in my fun house. Any member, I dismember. Remember, Beretta's fuck, yo, it be the gun expert. Your head trick, my network thick like double deckers. And to surrender raps are like swollen members. Full band fenders, send bullets through contenders. Tempers red hot like Red Fox fucking with Esther. Deck the St. Jock, I alone like Sylvester. Funk molester, impress all semester. Aggressor, protector, successor, son forever. Uncle Fester, cut back the Winchester. Recollect, ill connect, some like caresser. Send an ex that won't fuck a bitch forever like salt and pepper. Vanessa Del, hell whatever. Defender of the D, cup the mad sex offender. Cause the spot is hot. A lot of shots bust, but I can't get got. And niggas wanna pop up, forget me not. See, I bust 2 shots. Y'all can't stop, fuck dopey ass. Cause the spot is hot. A lot of shots bust, but I can't get got. And niggas wanna pop up, forget me not. Yo, I bust 2 shots. See, y'all can't stop falling members.
If they could run, they would. There ain't no safe place to hide in this world. Change will change the term hurt. First in line to decline. Hellfire set to burn. Red alert, 9s at work. Less lives on the earth, unless we stress knives and crooks. Universe, 1 in the hearse from 2 in the heart. You and your crew got too much to talk. It's a curse, a plague, an urgent thing, an ancient slang that's not only spoken gangs. Human nature, doomed in danger. Ropes and hangers, West Side Stranglers, van to Los Angeles. You got your hands full of savages now. Anchors is down and you still getting thrown around. Hard ocean, hearts and chests are blown open. To be smoking sunrise, go home broken. No survivors, walking bombs with no timers. Drunk out my mind on homicide cider. A note to my girl, I promised I'd write her. Tonight's my night, the bite of the black fight.
Cause the spot is hot. A lot of shots bust, but I can't get got. And niggas wanna pop up, forget me not. Yo, I bust 2 shots. See, y'all can't stop falling members. Cause the spot is hot. A lot of shots bust, but I can't get got. And niggas wanna pop up, forget me not. See, I bust 2 shots. Y'all can't stop, fuck dopey ass.
Ain't you supposed to be hauling water to your thirsty fellow soldiers instead of hanging out with this dubious motherfucker, man?
Threat hunting is proactive. It goes on the offense. It doesn't wait for alerts or red flags. Instead, threat hunting seeks out cyber threats.
Most defense in the cyber world focuses on the after impact. Threat hunting flips that on its head. Threat hunting takes an idea and says, where do I believe that someone will try to attack?
His chronicler, who alone can tell thee of his saga. Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
It's the one-man army, general subliminal, flying through the sky, ready for war with syllables. Literary, military, top secret mission, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's like a stealth jet. My mental plane take flight, I airstrike the mic. The mystery pilot in the cockpit all night. See how I keep the shows live? I never lost a dog fight. See how my enemies knows that I just...
The time when the oceans drank Atlantis and the rise of the sons of Arius. There was an age uncreated.
Comes equipped for warfare, beware.
It is I, his chronicler, who alone can tell thee of his saga. Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
It's the one-man army, general subliminal, flying through the sky, ready for war with syllables. Literary, military, top secret mission, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's like a stealth jet. My mental plane take flight, I airstrike the mic. The mystery, pilot in the cockpit all night. See how I keep the shows live? I never lost a dog fight. See how my enemies nosedive? The name of my plane is the Pitbull Terrier. Keep my targets locked in, the more the merrier. Over your head when I break the sound barrier. So fly, my voice need an aircraft carrier. Travel airways, every track is a runway. Keep it jams packed like church on Easter Sunday. Rappers thinking they shall overcome one day. They must be dreaming, and I'm lyrical James Earl Ray. It's the one-man army. You can put your whole army against my team. You can put your whole army against my team. I'm on a mission that niggas say is impossible. I'm on a mission that niggas say is impossible. It's the one-man army, general subliminal, march across land, ready for war with syllables. Literary, military, top secret mission, you ain't seen nothing yet. I roll up on your set with speed, moving like a German blitzkrieg. MCs be like Chuck Norris coming to get these rhymes. I got what they missing, an action. Stand at attention, military fashion, and listen to the rapper Rambo, the mic commando. Fully equipped, I write rhymes for extra ammo. Too much to handle, you had a nerve to try to grab the mic. That's like her trying to fight Hagler. I'm too marvelous. When I'm dropping this, watch the mic turn into a nuclear test site. MCs better heed the words of Tina, cause we don't need another hero. Shima, check it out, it's the one-man army. You can put your whole army against my team. You can put your whole army against my team. It's impossible.
Great pride, where the wilderness is the deepest sea.
Check it out, it's the one-man army, general subliminal, dive into the water, ready for war with syllables. Literary, military, top secret mission, you ain't seen nothing yet. How deep can I get? 6,000 leagues beneath them sea level. A submarine hero with torpedo stilos. My strategies turn MCs into POWs. I love to battle with other rappers and sink their battleships. I send them up the creek and they lifeboats, paddlers. Saltwater Navy SEAL strategists, dive into your brainwaves with the backstroke, fabulous. Ain't interested if it's shark infested. Sold our equipment is a stupid investment. You can't see my style and I've shown this too many times. I've been in more missions than the homeless. Always on point like a compass. 360 degree, all around MC. It's the one-man army. I'm on a mission that niggas say is impossible. I'm on a mission that niggas say is impossible.
The same.
It's the one-man army.
Only that the crowd would be there to greet
the
him
one-man
with
army.
howls of lust and fury.
It's the one-man army, general subliminal, flying through the sky, ready for war with syllables. One-man army, general subliminal, march across land, ready for war with syllables. One-man army, general subliminal, dive into the water, ready for war with syllables. Literary, military, top secret mission, you ain't seen nothing yet. I roll up on your set with speed, moving like a German blitzkrieg. One-man army in the place to be, whether flying through the sky, on the land or sea. Yo, it's the one-man army on a mission. Yo, it's the one-man army on a mission. Yo, it's the one-man army on a mission. Yeah, specialized in warfares of all kind. Yeah. It's the one-man army, general subliminal. One-man army, general subliminal. One-man army, not a small time step.
This had to happen. I thought of this possessed by a demon while a preacher was screaming at me in Latin. I guess he thought that he could fight it, but that was kinda naive, cause why would it wanna leave if it was invited? I took off this halo, I had a message for God. I thought it worked as a two-way radio. He was small potatoes, but I needed a person to sacrifice, like when you throw a virgin in a volcano. I started recognizing his guard cut off communication. I guess his location wasn't worth jeopardizing. He started petrifying. His body was dead stiff, as if he forgot to stretch before exercising. I had been had, his Bible was a tad bit light. He had cut out the pages to put a flask in it. I wasn't mad at it, I probably would have done it myself. Or maybe I'm just playing devil's advocate. Playing devil's advocate.
I've seen this. This is the end.
playing right there, like that. I stand here, right here. I'm supposed to say something.
Last chip in the bag, last page of the novel. I'm gluing the last stick of a ship I made in a glass bottle. When I began, I didn't think it was possible, but I think therefore I am. Like Aristotle, I studied meditation. I had to be in the zone in order to go beyond my own expectation. A lot of hard work and dedication. It never deterred me. It's more about the journey than the destination. What would be the reason for me to take on such a feat if I couldn't guarantee I would see its completion? I'm obviously berserk, cause I believe when I'm deceased I probably could live through my body of work. I'm stranded inside of this mannequin, but the plan is to understand how to reanimate as a mannequin. All's well that ends well, see you in hell. I'll pull my cape over my face before vanishing.
And you will face catastrophe. My crown shine precise with the princess cut masterpiece through the bullseye. I'm like Crow with the crossbow. I symbolize death like a skull and crossbones. Non-believers get hit with assault heaters. Most dicks are lame like saltpeter. I'ma shake your mind every time I'm taking mine. Devil snake spine, divine rhymes of Frankenstein. I'm talking out loud. They saw the prophet and bowed. Angel wings on my feet, feels like I'm walking on clouds. You ain't shit, you're a punk. Pop the clip in the pump. You're closer to death by a hop, skip, and a jump. Territorial sites divide like stereotypes. In due time I fulfill religious burial rites. I'm sly like a fox, with eyes like a hawk. Spent some time in the box, and I blow up like an ox. You're not safe from hell, you're getting raped in your cell. I jumped the screw for his keys, and then escaped from the jail. My fam's heaven come together like the Trinity, divinity, entity, ready to kill a Kennedy. Your shit gets blown. I have you get some stitches, so break you like a wishbone and make you kiss the stone. I'm a beast waiting. In my dreams I see Satan telling me to get a gun and shoot up the police station. I'm from the underworld. My slaves obtained 100 pearls, blunts to twirl. Every night I fuck another girl. I'm on a far star, plant bombs with cops are. I target squad cars, Allah who Akbar. I break you apart. I've been a snake from the start. The only way to kill me is a stake through the heart. My razor shaves next, basement reeks of decayed flesh. Who do I slay next? I read Bible and play chess.
There is a shovel that is important in the countryside. I'm a beast like Intro 09 with Kane's minus side. It sounds like time is marked and there are vineyards and grapevines. This found inside the eye where some man is crushed and dies. My thought is sharp, it pins you to the wall behind. The wooden floor collapsed 3 times, the bodies are hidden beneath the sky. Yet I am a man who has become angry with the decisions of the king. So one night I started a crime ring. We hid barrels of gunpowder under the floor where the king was to give a speech, and blew his ass to smithereens, and blew his ass to smithereens. My poetry has a quill that pricks blood of his paranoia. This ship built in such a way that it would collapse mid-voyage. At night late down by the lake, overpass behind the creek, with a lit candle I creep. Perhaps you'll find I've constructed panels in the ceiling to collapse and kill you while you sleep. It is lost behind the wall, what has never been found to all. In time of the great fire you watch the chandelier fall. A door is cracked, though in fact what you find behind it exact is a place where a memory is trapped, or those killed by my axe. There is a war that rages in heaven, fists, zodiacs, many eyes and wings that are feathered. You're betrayed by creatures who seek their own death forever.
Yo, look me in the eye, your life's a total lie. I'm like the Godfather, I take your kids when you die. I visit small towns, spreading my sickness that's afflicted. Now I live in hospitals, painting pictures of my victims. It became a fairy tale, so the story keeps on living. On how I brought them death, the gift that keeps on giving. I stalk them all, horror calls when the darkness falls. I chop your balls, you hear the growls of the monster bros in the mental institution on all kinds of medication. Now I pray on their souls through constant meditation. Fuck a haircut, you need your head chopped off. Catch you in the crossfire when the lead pop off. My parables are terrible, I walk where pharaohs go, through the halls of miracles, the fallen walls of Jericho. Next to me is ecstasy, the Holy Ghost reflects in me, a living legacy through ESP. I see destiny, I hoard the steel, that'll make them mourn for real. I sworn to steal, I was born in jail. Prophet Muhammad came to me in a dream with the lights out and instructed me to suicide bomb the White House. For he's the final prophet and Jesus is the Messiah. We're no longer awaiting the return of Elijah. Through land and sea, wouldn't find a man more noble. I react nuclear, melt to the core like Chernobyl. Inserted in the gun, you want a hamburger bun. I murder for fun and burn your corpse when I'm done. I bled red gravy. When I was young, the lead grazed me. I'm head crazy. I break bread with dead babies. You're disgraceful, wasteful, ungrateful, unthankful. A skeleton reach out the ground and grabs your ankle. In a haunted swamp, when I'm around, you hear the monster stomp a dead body. Could still let out a rotten fart. I see the bitch in you. I'm wishing you the chicken flu. Only if you knew what was brewing in my witch's brew. Throw stones at holes made of glass alone. Recite poems that move bones in sacred domes in Rome. There's no defense known against this killer's assault. No looking back or you get turned into a pillar of salt. If I'm not left alone, then I will wet your dome. There's no better poem. I crack the Rosetta Stone in the Dead Sea Scrolls. I part Red Seas whole. My lead needs souls. In my head I see trolls. No doubt I rhyme best. I got a Teflon line vest. A whole human body is hard to digest.
Yo, perfection, flawless, masterpiece, no mistakes. Back in the 1800s, I was burned at the stake. Metaphor, Mephistopheles, degrees I've achieved. The brain fluid it takes to believe would equal the 7 C's. I could reveal the true name of God. You go insane upon hearing it. Release enough winds to blow down pyramids. I'm the Michelangelo of syllables. Since I freestyle Genesis, been biblical. That's something you gotta give yo. Since born in my mama vaginal sauna, as a sauna, Graham, I've been fond of phonics. It's ironic, even as an embryonic. Fed through an biblical. Don't that sound biblical? I've been a terror since I terrorist that of that uterus. Evil plans are made to defeat us as a feat us. Though now I walk in infamy. As a child they had an infamy. Was raised with guns and infantry and diapers in an infancy. The childhood of a hood that was raised in a hood. Cops said put your hands in the high sky. Throw my hands down in a high hood. Can't whine or drink wine. 9 planets planned it till it became apparent. My parents shouldn't have been a parent. State to state we ransom. I wasn't worth no ransom. Money won't you handsome? A nigga wasn't handsome. Raised the mind like Charles Manson's. Knew I was some man's son, but which one? That made me strong, created my poison tongue. Perfection, flawless, masterpiece, no mistakes. Back in the 1800s, I was burned at the stake. Metaphor, Mephistopheles, degrees I've achieved. The brain fluid it takes to believe would equal the 7 C's. I could reveal the true name of God. You go insane upon hearing it. Release enough winds to blow down pyramids. I'm the Michelangelo of syllables. Since I freestyle Genesis, been biblical. That's something you gotta give in to. Why you cut school? Cause you ain't feel too good. I cut school cause my cuts ain't heal too good. Through all the physical abuse, my mind escaped through the gift of wordplay. I memorized encyclopedias and dictionaries. I wrote anthems from antonyms, harmonies from homonyms. Created cinema from synonyms. Living to eliminate that illustrious life you living in. Wrote rhetoricals and rhythms. I could paralyze with a parable, make rhymes out of religion. Crucify you with a prefix or suffocate you with a suffix. Wrote lectures so infectious it's known to infect the listeners. Who dissing us? You'll punctuate. I punctuate. My karma's the comma to put you inside of a coma. Hyphen, dot, dot, semicolon, leave you semi-swollen question mark. You pregnant or you not? I love you, period. To sum it up, language is my essence. Fucked up in all my adolescence till my mom was adolescence. Laws are still convenient, still I robbed a convenience store. Love mom, fuck mom, shit I ain't love me no more. Mentally it didn't register, bitch. Empty the register, bitch. You just a cashier, bitch. Give the cashier, I'll shoot you in your cabbage. Hijack a getaway cab, bitch. Words ain't making me no loot, don't change no Dow Jones average. Regardless, they stole my innocence. The judge sentenced me to 3 lifetime sentences to write my life in times and sentences. Art my dark arch nemesis. They want me off the premises. That's what the premise is. Locked on a tier when you can't shed a tear at. Studied more Shakespeare than any African Shakespeare at. And the whole world fear that. And it hurts. I got caught killing time, but then I got away with words. Yo, perfection, flawless, masterpiece, no mistakes. Back in the 1800s, I was burned at the stake. Metaphor, Mephistopheles, degrees I've achieved. The brain fluid it takes to believe would equal the 7 C's. I could reveal the true name of God. You go insane upon hearing it. Release enough winds to blow down pyramids. I'm the Michelangelo of syllables. Since I freestyle Genesis, been biblical. That's something you gotta give into. People can say whatever they want about me, but agree that I am the wordsmith. I am the wordsmith. They can try to reveal everything that I achieve, but agree that I am the wordsmith. I am the wordsmith. Well, words is deep in my veins. Tells me to silence my pain. I am the wordsmith. I am the wordsmith. Even my blessing, how I do it, I'm the wordsmith. I'm in the game full of morons, they keep putting more on. I tutor the Torah, I'm in the core of the Quran. The mind's what I represent, and MCs better represent. I'm taking this rap and bullshit to the fullest extent. I have reservations, why Indians are on reservations. Told the Board of Education I was born of education. As far as disco, I leave you deader than disco. Rocking sex and violence over sax and violins through your mind's camera lens. You in need of an ambulance, I'm knocking to the asphalt. It's your own asphalt, your last thought. I never sell myself short to be famous. And taking it up to ain't us, just ain't us. The world could get the penis of this classical trained pianist. My P.O. was P.O.'d, handed a cup, told me the pianist. The linguist, musician, my college positions, my intuition told me that I wouldn't be a thought intuition. My education's all on my own, so I might have been born yesterday, but I rhyme like there's no tomorrow. Perfection, flawless, masterpiece, no mistakes. Back in the 1800s, I was burned at the stake. Metaphor, Mephistopheles, degrees I've achieved. The brain fluid it takes to believe would equal the 7 seas. I could reveal the true name of God. You go insane upon hearing it. Release enough winds to blow down pyramids. I'm the Michelangelo of
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies.
Worshipping Jesus, praising Allah, they pray in the Buddha. It's a holy war in the age of computers, revenge of the Arabs. Castro probably dying in Cuba. His brother through marriage, his destiny is follow the ruler. The English is with us, North Koreans testing the waters. They sons and they daughters are training for American slaughter. The planet is hotter, getting hotter than lava. If I had $1 for every time they mention Osama, the wicked, the winning, the cunning, the coming. They humming, the gunning, the Jews are dropping bombs and they blowing up hundreds. Chavez is tripping, Venezuelan oil conglomerate. Up in Alaska, the pipeline is polluting the continent. Hell with the Vatican. Benedict is conflict with faggots is. He don't want them changing or arranging of marriages. Babies and cabbages twisted by domestic disturbances. Urgent emergencies freaking all your neighbors and urban kids. Hell with their purposes. Gasoline is peaking and rocketing. Is the Arab and Israeli conflict really the problem? Just look at Obama. He shares an ancestor with Cheney. We living in Harvard, the television wilding for ratings. I'm tired of waiting. I got a feeling something go happen. Ain't nobody skating. I dreamed about the splitting of atoms. I really can't fathom the chemicals our food is containing. They grabbing our children and sticking them up in basic training. It's so entertaining to witness all these millions of people just gather together and worship all those symbols of evil. It's starting upheaval and gathering our secret society. Something primeval inside of me that crave notoriety. Shit on your blessings. They tortured me in school with their lessons. Sat me in front of a man and made me give him confession. This country's oppression has got us going through a recession. Your worldly possessions will all be taken soon with discretion. They killing in Burma, erasing more than half of their populace. Choppers is drifting across the Gaza Strip and they mocking us. People are screaming, the gun and bucks and scatters is metal. You know you ain't dreaming, it's just another day in the ghetto. Slowly killing us through cigarettes and medication. Okinawa, Hiroshima, pulmonary emphysema. Soldiers up in Iwo Jima didn't need no help from FEMA. Chosen men with battle scars. Galactic rhyme, your battle star. Poison rays that travel days. There's many ways to land on Mars. Now they killing us with cars, cause they overlook the fumes. Baby food that come in jars. Fed the infants causing doom. Hit the lights and leave the room. People running in the street. Armageddon coming soon. Microchips control your sleep. Scan your wrists and pay your debts. The sky is full of flying jets. Mixing clouds with chemicals. Amazing, we ain't dying yet. Every time you wash your hair or brush your teeth, you're dying quick. Every time you eat a hunk of steak and take a giant shit. Every time you feed your kids, I bet they are preservatives. And every time the major planets always try to murder us. The streets is full of mercenaries waiting for their time to kill. Worshipping the pyramid is found upon the dollar bill. I hope you understand for real. Again, I never say it. We only have till 2012 before they come in spaceships, 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 spaceships.